Hello, everybody. Welcome back to some Dungeons and Dragons Descent into Avernus, episode 47. Thank you for being here. Players, all my players are here. Hey, you guys. Glad to see
What's
y'all.
up?
Hey.
What's cooking?
I want to jump right into what we got tonight because there's a lot of ground I want to cover. I thought we would have. I'm gonna keep that second part to myself. I want to hear what happened last time. I want to hear what went down because y'all. I think we ended on some combat. Did we not?
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Got grabbed by the bone bowl.
The
The bone.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
the bone bolt.
That's an I name for it. Yeah. So, which one of y'all wants to tell me about the bone bowl and everything before that?
I did it. Yes. You guys got it.
Oh yeah, Doya and
Unless
Elvin,
you want me to do it again.
I can take it, I guess. So last time we were wrapping up at the Wandering Emporium. We had got the car worked on overnight. We had decided that we were going to go to the Tomb of the Hell Riders, and we're packing up and heading out. And Mahadi stops us at the gate and says, "Hey, for a soul coin, I'll tell you something you don't know that you need to." And we mull it over for a second and go, "Okay, sure." He tells us that there's a password to get into the tomb safely, and it's for glory, which is apparently the slogan of El Terrell. We go, okay, we'll see if that was worth a soul coin or not. And we drive out into the wilderness and drive all the way to the tomb. It's a pretty uneventful drive. We make it, we pull up, and we see outside all these skeleton knights staring at these two pillars, which are the entrance. And just to be on the safe side, we all start saying for glory, and we march our way in there. We march into the first room. Stab starts messing with an urn, and out pop a couple of ghosts. And these ghosts actually are friendly after we say for glory and tell them that we're trying to help the citizens of El Terrell. They also tell us that the big bad of this place, there's still a little good left in him, and that we should try to turn him back from the dark side. So not getting any Star Wars vibes there at all. And we proceed into the tomb further, and every room we come across, there's seems to be ghosts that let us pass when we say for glory. And we mess with a sarcophagus after about the second or third room, and that one had a ghost that tried to eat me. It was not fun. Then we kept proceeding through the tomb, and we found a big room full of weapon racks. And we start looking around, and I ask if any of the weapon racks have weapons that don't have El Terrell symbol, because all the others seem to have had this for so far. And Jamie says, there's one rack that seems to be empty. We start messing around with that, and it's got a secret room behind it with piles and piles of scrolls with people's names on them written in, it looks like blood. And that probably is important, but we decide to leave it be for the moment and continue trying to find either the Guardian or the Sword of El Terrell, or the Zariel that's here. And then we find an urn full of skeletons, and Elgin gets a giant undead feeling off of it. And believe it or not, I warned him, maybe we shouldn't mess with this one, because we said for glory and nobody with honor popped out. And he goes, okay, and we stop for a second. And then he reaches in anyways, and we get into a fight. So now we're fighting a whole bunch of undead that popped out.
Yeah, that's close enough. A little edited on Doya's perception, but that's fine. That's actually the way I prefer it. Through Doya's eyes. So you have
That's
inspiration, Doya.
It's funny because he almost died from grabbing a rose, and he's just gonna like fucking shun Elgin.
Absolutely did leave that detail out.
I said it didn't go well.
I didn't reach in. I held my holy symbol up to it.
Hey, that's just through Doya's eyes. That's everything. That's
Bones doing.
I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
I'm pretty sure
He
you
totally didn't just snatch up a flower off a grave like a freaking grave robber. and get us into a fight with some weird wraith monster.
Right now we're dealing with mummy monsters. You guys have been battling them since you got out of that pot, Elgin, and y'all are doing pretty good. Actually, y'all are looking in a good spot right now. So we are going to continue from where that fight left off. As always, if one of y'all don't mind, keep an eye on the stream. Let me know if something's up or audio's wonky. Chat too.
I've got it. That's good.
Thank you.
I'm good right now.
All right, so starting off in battle. We're going to go ahead and use the initiative we had last time because it's just the same battle resumed, which means one of these mummies is going to try to smack you. It's going to try to smack Doya, who is currently a giant scorpion. He's going to use his rotting fist. Try it. You know, first roll within the first 5 minutes of the game is, of course, going to be really high and hit for... I'm sorry. It's Doya, you get smacked for 22 damage.
Okay.
That's a good start, huh?
Doesn't seem like a setup at all.
And that's just how we're... Hayes, you're up. You,
Play the game.
Yeah, you're up.
Okay. I'll kind of take a couple steps back and just kind of hack something up. Oh God, what is that? I don't want to know. All right, I feel much better now. Mummies, and I will. Let's see. I will just cast a. Did I cast anything last week at these things?
You did. You cast the only actual spell slot I think I used for you was Thunder. Or Lightning Bolt. Sorry, Lightning Bolt.
Okay. And how did that do?
I seemed to go pretty well. Elgin was caught in it, but it definitely hurt a lot of them.
Okay. Then just in an abundance of caution, in that I'll kind of look in between Stab and Lulu at this one right here, and I'll just try and steady my hand a little bit and reach out and cast Ray of Frost. That's a 12 to hit.
That is actually gonna hit. Go ahead and do your damage.
For 4 cold damage. Just a little spearmint.
Yeah, you fire your Ray of Frost and it slams into the side of this mummy. It loosens some of his bindings up. You see him hit the ground, like a little piece of him's missing now. He's still standing, but yeah, you did your damage to him.
Okay, end of turn.
That'll take us to 4 mummies in a row. Mummy 1 is going to attack Elgin, the guy up top. Mummy 2 is going to attack Lulu, the guy right under the guy up top. There's a rotting fist for Elgin. He is going to smack you for 20 damage total, bludgeoning and necrotic. The mummy right under is going to swing at Lulu and miss. Lulu's able to juke and jive right around that fist and not get smacked. The next 2 mummies are in front of Stab mostly. Both of them are going to come at you, Stab.
Stab.
It's the one in front of you and the one right under him.
Miss.
First one misses. You kind of duck out of the way of that punch, and the next one you kind of parry off his fist with your rapier as you avoid both of these blows. And that will take us to Lulu. Stab,
Right.
what's Lulu do?
Lulu wants to doesn't really know the range of her attacks right now. She
Most
wants
of her
to do
stuff is
trumpet.
cones. Are you gonna do a trumpet?
How would that do all 3 of these guys? And explain cones to me.
So cone means it would do the 5-foot square in front of her, and then diagonally out, so 3 squares, and then diagonally out, so 5 squares. So it just grows as it goes out.
Oh, she's got to take a. Fuck it. Oh wait, that's 3 attacks of opportunity. I don't know if I'm gonna do that.
I'm about to say, can you disengage?
Would that be like a bonus action?
I think
Jamie,
you
how
can
does
do it with like cunning
Disengage
action
is a
then,
whole
right?
action.
Yeah,
Cunning action disengage.
Disengage is a whole action. I may have explained that a little wrong. Stab. So it starts off, the 5-foot starting point is on Lulu, and it cones out from there. So if she were to fire like at this guy straight ahead, it would hit 3 in front of her.
Wait, so it hit all 3 of these guys?
Yes.
Oh, then that's what we're gonna do. She's going to do 3-day trumpet.
3 days. So I know it says that in the tooltip, but that just means she can do that 3 times in a day. So the 2 trumpets she has available is blasting and sparkles. Which one are you using?
Wait a minute.
One of them is essentially big damage, and the other one is like a debuff to them and a decent amount of damage.
So these are like sub actions of trumpet. So
Yeah.
trumpet is just okay. Alrighty. Explain them to me again, Jamie.
So one of them, blasting, is more damage oriented. It's going to emit well, no matter what, it's going to be a ton of sound, but they'll take a lot of thunder damage. And the other one, sparkles, is more radiant damage. It's less damage overall, but it also can debuff their attacks.
Oh, we're gonna go with the sparkles then. No, wait. We're gonna go with blasting. Fuck that. We're gonna kill.
All right, click the
Alright.
little dice next to Trumpet of Blasting there.
All right.
So they need to make some savings throws. So I'm gonna have all 3 of these mummies make a Constitution savings throw, starting from top to bottom. 1, 2, 3.
Damn. I just got 1 off Elgin.
And the DC was 14?
15.
Oh, 15?
It's all but one of them.
Yeah, it looks like one of them failed then. So 2 are going to take half damage, 1 will take full.
Oh, cool.
Go ahead and roll 5d6 for me. All right,
That
so
sucks. Oh, that's all right.
So in what order did I do that in? So the top one failed, the bottom 2 succeeded. So the top one will take that full 13, and the other 2 going to take 6.
I thought it was the better one.
Well, the numbers go where they go, but it definitely blew one of them away as Lulu lets out this echoing throughout the entire crypt. Like, it's just in every direction you heard this trumpet. It was incredibly loud as 2 of these mummies almost get thrown back but resisted, but one of them just falls to tatters and goes flying up against this cauldron.
Yeah, fuck you.
And that mummy is no more. Is that the end of Lulu's turn?
Yep.
All right. That'll bring us to Elgin.
Oh, Rod. Ooh, let's see. I still got this cat in front of me. You know what? Let's go ahead and do some swingies. Let's do some swingies. Because I don't think the thing I want to do I can. Oh no, actually I can. I'm gonna cast Spirit Shroud.
Spirit Shroud.
And it will be radiant based. So I'm gonna do that, and on top of that, I'm gonna be taking my basic attacks on that.
All right. Does that go
where's
off
mine?
immediately, and do they make any saves, or do they just take the damage, or
No.
it adds to your damage?
I was just putting that in there. Like anyone I hit within 10 feet of me is gonna get hit by this.
Gotcha.
By Spirit Shrouds. I was just doing it because this is a bonus action. I just want to get it out ahead so I can get the benefit of it.
How long did that last? A minute, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think you did that during combat last time, so you should still have it, right? Because this looks familiar.
Oh yeah, that's right. I probably should. Okay, never mind. We'll just keep it then.
Mhm.
I'll just click it when I need to roll it or whatever.
Okay.
Okay. So then there you go. That's settled. Let's do the first attack. That's a 22. Does 22 hit the one directly in front of me?
Absolutely.
He's gonna take 6 with additional 1 radiant, and then and then with the spirit shroud still active. Where did it go? Here it is. So yeah, there you go. That's how much he's gonna take.
Ooh, so you slam your mace into him, and you already see the radiant burning him a bit as you smash him. And it's almost like another. It's similar to your smites. This aftershock of radiant damage just slams into this mummy and disintegrates him.
Yeah. And then I'm going to turn my immediate attention, since I'm taking the attack action this round. I'm going to go ahead and do my second attack on the one in front of Lulu. That's a 26 to hit.
That also hit.
With a 13.
More than enough
And
already. But go ahead and do your radiant too. Let's see how many ashes he turns into. God, yeah, you obliterate this one too. As he was already disintegrating, you for good measure, you made sure to get those limbs, kind of held your mace out and just swung it around.
And then I will actually take this opportunity to, because these guys are dead. So as at 5, 10, I'm gonna take this opportunity to step up to this one and flank it alongside Stab.
Yeah.
All right.
Flank stakes.
It is now your turn, Stab. You have access to your sneak attack thanks to Elton now too, because you didn't move Lulu last time. I guess you didn't want to, because she would have had attacks against her.
Yeah. I thought
I'm standing
the big
here.
old scorpion.
Oh,
Look
true.
at all that real estate right there.
That's true. He is near all your enemies, so that would have worked. Also, don't forget this, because we haven't talked about it in a while. For every ally near you and that's also near an enemy, you get a +1 to your attacks. So keep that in mind.
What does that mean? So
So-
damage?
No,
No,
just
for
to,
the attack roll.
Yeah, just to hit him. So right now, if you roll an attack, whatever you roll, add 2 to it, because you got Doya and Elgin around.
Yeah. As opposed to like having advantage, you get like a bonus, like a +1 bonus, per. So like if it was, since it's you, and then of course Doya's right there, and I'm right here, you technically get like a +2.
Yep. I stole that from Hayes in his Rhyme of the Frost Maiden.
You little thief.
It's okay.
Tricksy hobbitses, he stole it.
It wasn't mine to begin with.
All right. Stab's gonna go for this guy right here. He's gonna go for it with his silver rapier.
Okay, that's
+1.
Is that oh shit, that's a crit fail. Oh no.
Holy
Is
moly.
it?
All right, let's
How do you know? Hold on a second.
Well, it
Hold
is
on
red.
a second. I can't see red. That's why. Whenever you guys. Hold on a second. Wait, Jamie. That didn't happen.
Oh
What
yeah?
instead
You feeling
happened
lucky?
was- Yeah, I'm feeling lucky. This happened instead. Hold on a second.
If it's another crit fail, I'm alive.
Dude, I'm gonna lose it.
Boom! Yeah!
He rolled a 2.
That
Fuck yeah!
that hits. So
Just barely.
you're stumbling in your swing stab, but you managed to correct and stab this mummy in the side. Go ahead and roll some damage. Oh, you did roll damage on it too, didn't you? And that's a sneak attack damage. Yeah, I don't know why it's not showing up with your regular attack anymore. So as you stab this mummy, you are reminded as you cut into him, he doesn't seem to shake or shiver or anything. Normally when you hit your enemies, you get some reaction. Almost like this guy is a bit resistant to whatever type of damage you're doing to him. So he is going to take half of your total damage, which your total was that 22?
Yeah.
All right, so he's going to take 11. This mummy looks a
Alright,
little
here comes-
beefier than the other ones too that you stabbed into.
All right, here comes the other one. Stab goes for number 2.
And that'll also hit.
Oh hell yeah, 2 piercing damage.
You you chip him just a little bit.
Yeah, end of turn.
All right, Scorpion Doya.
Scorpion Doya. It's going to go for multi-attack. We're going to start with the one that everybody is ganging up on. This one here. Why is that not? There we go. That one there.
Okay.
We're going to go for a claw on it.
That is gonna hit. Are your attacks magical as an animal?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that will absolutely hit for its full damage, which is 3. Am I reading that right?
Yeah, I rolled really low.
Okay. You nick him right in the shin with your pincers. Does he need to make a savings throw? What is that escape DC?
2 claws. He's gonna do an escape DC of 12. And he'll be grappled if he fails it.
Dexterity?
Doesn't say right here.
What are you reading?
I would assume.
Yeah, it just says escape DC 12. That might be a typo on my end, but yeah, it's normally dexterity, so we're gonna have him roll a dex save. He's an elusive mummy, but you rolled 2 hits, so he's gonna do it again. He's a very elusive mummy. He's a big boy, and he's also very dodgy, it seems. Able to get out of your claws.
Well, we're going to go for a sting on him as well.
All right. That'll also hit.
20 poison and 8 piercing for you to divide up however you know it's supposed to go.
So you pierce your tail into him. It looks like you still did pretty good damage with it, but as you inject this poison into him, you get no reaction at all. This looks very similar to the last time you stung him and injected him poison too. Almost like he's immune to it.
Assume so, but mainly going for the damage. And Scorpion Doya will hold his position.
All right, that's gonna bring us to 2 more mummies, which... Oh, actually, 1 more mummy. The one in the back is dead. I don't know why he's still on the list. It's gonna bring a mummy that's closest to Doya. He's gonna slam a rotting fist into you. I think that
There are enough zombies there it'll hit.
he has. Yeah, he gets a +2, so it's a 15. That hits.
There are enough zombies there. I knew it was going to hit.
All right. Well, you take another rotting necrotic fist as it hits you, and that dark energy courses through you for 15 damage. Which will bring us to the top of the round. 1 more mummy right next to you, Doya.
Hey.
You thought we were done with you, but you're getting another fist immediately.
Get
Mummy
fisted.
This one only got a 13 though, so he's gonna miss. You block him with your big old scorpion claw. Hayes,
Is that
you're
a-
up.
A metalcore band name, Mummy Fist.
Yeah, it's actually not bad. I like it.
Live at the temple.
Live at the temple. Live from the depths. All right. I'm going to kind of run up a few steps here, and let's see. I'm gonna take aim at this this very bottom mummy here, and just kind of in stride again throw another ray of frost toward Mr. Mummy here.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah,
That's
that
a,
hits.
That's a 30 to hit.
That absolutely hits.
That is a nat 20. So what is our roll on this? Are we doing two rolls, or are we doubling damage? I don't remember.
It doubles the damage die, I think is what it's been doing.
So okay. So I just need to roll once.
Mhm.
Okay. That is 9 And there's no modifier, so it'd be 18 cold damage then if we're doubling the dice.
Yep. That's gonna be 18 total this guy, which actually that's gonna be just enough. As you fire this ray of frost, you focus, and the ray comes out just with a bit more oomph than usual as you let this beam of ice slam into this mummy as he shudders back, becoming a frozen statue.
I'll kind of shake my hand a little bit and look at it. Maybe have I been doing this wrong all along? Do I need to run it first every time? End of turn.
All right, that's gonna take us to 2 more mummies. One is surrounded by Elgin and Stab. This is the one that's been, I think, poking at you, Stab, and he is a big dumb mummy, so he's just gonna keep making moaning sounds while flailing at you.
Idiot.
I think you have really high AC now. I think that actually, yeah, that misses. Wow. The other mummy under him is going to try and strike Doya. That one will
Good thing that wasn't at me.
My hit.
definitely hit for
Ooh.
26 damage.
Doya reappears.
Scorpion Doya vanishes.
How shocked? How much of a shock did this come to actual Doya?
Stung a little.
That's going to bring us to Lulu.
All right. Lulu has a lot of questions again.
Yeah. What's Lulu got to
Okay.
ask?
The spell book, Jamie.
Uh-huh.
How does that work? Does she have just 2 spell slots, or can she just use all of these like 2 out of 2 times?
So hers doesn't really work like spell slots. It's used based on uses. So in there it'll say uses 2 out of 2 for the only 3 spells she can use right now. It means each one of those can be used twice before a long rest. So she could bless twice, and then cure wounds twice, and then protect from good and evil twice, and then be done for the day with spells.
Okay. And then long rest just cures everything or brings everything back, right?
Yep.
Alrighty. And I only have access to the first 3?
Correct.
Okay. Alright, Lulu's just gonna come over here right next to me, or to Stab. And she's gonna save her little trumpet things, because we already used 2. And I can only do that 3. So she's gonna just ram this dude with the tusks right here.
All right. Make a tusk attack.
Get him.
Alright.
That will hit this mummy. Unroll its damage. Ooh, max Lulu damage. Look at that. Pierces this mummy for 6 damage as she starts to skewer it with her tusks.
Your voice, Jamie. Bitch!
I shouldn't only talk in combat. Yeah, I'm helping. Yeah. Is that the end of Lulu's turn?
Yeah.
All right. Elgin, you're up.
All right, let's see. How beat up is this dude?
He's pretty beat.
He's beat up pretty good. Let's keep beating on him.
Sound
Where?
strategy.
Yeah. Let's see. It's a 21
Oh, yeah.
to hit. That is a 9.
All right, he's looking
And-
real hurt.
Let's see. Then let's help him out here. Let's usher him on to the great, sweet beyond.
Oh, that was the magic number. You go plowing through this mummy as well. Just doing enough to turn him into a pile of dust.
Love to see it. Now that he is dead, I'm just gonna casually step over his corpse. That was already a corpse. And we're gonna try the same thing yet again. Oh shit! Never mind.
All right.
Maybe I won't. That is a nat 1.
Player? Oh, is it red?
That's a red.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shit.
So
I am similar in that regard to you. That even on a miss, it still looks like I rolled high.
you step onto this mummy, prepared to take your next strike, having just decimated your last 3 targets. And when you step, you overjudge the distance just a bit as you lose your footing stepping on and over this mummy and fall prone on the ground.
Oh! Looks like he's dead. The skull's over his symbol.
He's standing on a dead mummy. Yeah, it does look like it. You are on the ground right now, Elgin, but it's still your turn.
Let's see. I still have enough movement to stand up, right?
You do.
Nah, I'll just do that. I'll just stand up.
Okay. You fall to your feet and immediately just get up and just get back in combat position as quickly as you can, using 15 feet of movement.
All right, and
Or half your movement. It's half your movement.
Let's see here. I guess I would still have my. I guess yeah, I would still have. Well, nah, everything else would be something that was concentration based, so I'm not gonna worry with it. I will, or actually no, this is not concentration based.
Hmm.
I'm gonna use my vow of enmity as a bonus action. And yeah, basically, I'll get an advantage on attack rolls against this guy until he's dead.
All right.
Again.
Is that the end of your turn?
That is it.
Stab Poulaire.
Stab's just gonna keep on keeping on
We'll keep on.
with his silver rapier.
And that'll hit. Let's see the sneak
With the
attack.
sneak attack.
Oh, dang.
God damn!
That'd be 28 total. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. You slash into him, still feeling that resistance from this mummy. You deal about half of that.
All right. And then with his other little hand, he's just gonna jab his little pinky up his ass with his little rapier.
All right. Make a pinky attack.
All right, here we go. Come on. Oh yeah. Half of 3 is 2, Jamie.
you did a little tiny little cut on one little thread that was hanging loose from him. Just a little bit more damage. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Doya!
Always go talk some smack to Stab standing next to him. Go, you're not doing embroidery. Go for something a little more vital than those strings.
Pinky's where it's at, man.
And Doya is going to try and swing his staff at this one that's in front of him. But he's going to shillelagh it.
Shillelagh.
Damn.
Whoa! That's a
Think that
critical
hits?
staff bop. Did it
Got
do
a
the
1
crit
on my 30
automatically?
with a 31, huh?
It re-rolled the dice for the crit, so
Oh, I see. It did it on its own. Yeah, it just doubles the damage die. So
15 times 2?
No. The total is 15 plus 2. His critical damage was low because it's just
Critical
one more damage die. But you still knocked the ever-living crap out of this beefy mummy. For 17 damage. Wow.
magical at that.
Mm-hmm. This mummy's looking
And
real
Thank
beat
you
up.
for the subs, bro. Thank you for the subs.
Oh, 10 whiskey. Wow. Hey, what's up, buddy?
As we're feeling a little put out right here, we're going to go ahead and cast a bonus action healing word on ourselves.
Yeah.
Heal back 11.
All right. You whisper sweet nothings to yourself, and your wounds start to close up.
That's it for me.
All right. Our mummies are dwindling. We have 2 left. One is still closest to you, Doya. The guy at the bottom here is going to use his fist once again to punch actual Doya. And does that
That'll
meet
hit.
your ace? Okay. And he will hit for 25 damage. As the necrotic energy just starts just overwhelming your body. You're still all right, but these things absolutely pack a punch. Top of the round, which means Hayes, you're up.
I immediately, Richie, to me.
You calling Richie? All
Richie,
right.
come home.
You
Did
call
we leave him in
Richie
the car?
to yourself. No,
Oh,
he's in your pocket, Doya. He's been sticking with you this whole time.
Ooh, attack of opportunity. No, just kidding.
And I'll say, we'll say it was in his back pocket as you summon Richie to the field.
Ooh, that's the worst pocket.
My guy. All right. Once I know Renchi is safe back with me, I will. What do I want to do? You know what? As Renchi is running, like flying back to me, I'll tell him, protect Doya, and I'll have him turn around.
Right fucking back.
No, I'm gonna have him still hover back to me, but he's gonna turn around, and I'm going to have him cast. Come here. Ray of Frost as well.
All right. Yeah, you got it. You go ahead and hit attack, and it'll fire it off. Which one you shooting?
I'm gonna shoot the one right in front of Doya,
All right.
and that's is that a +2 to hit?
I think so, cause his where is it? Yeah,
That's gonna
not good.
miss. That's gonna be a 6 to hit.
Yeah, that'll definitely miss. Wrenchy comes out, hovers towards you. You give him the command, and he does a little wrench nod, turns around, and you see a miniaturized frost blast go right past you, Doya, and also past the mummy in front of you, and bounce off the cauldron ahead.
That's okay. That's okay, my little wrench son.
Tried.
I think that's my action, right? To give him a command to do something.
I would say since you called him
Or-
out, then yeah, I'd count that as your action. Now he'd have his own thing on a turn, like kind of like Lulu does with Stab.
Okay.
Moving
Then-
forward, not this round.
Right. Then I will end my turn.
All right. That'll bring us to one of our living mummies, who is going to. Who was this one attacking? I think this one was attacking Stab. So he's going to continue attacking Stab.
Yeah.
He's got a miss Stab. Stab's too
Right.
good with that rapier now. He's parrying off all these blows. Lulu.
What's the range on Tusk, Jamie? Just next to you?
Yeah, 5 feet. And keep in mind, there are other actions that are more supportive. Like you can use the help action with her.
What?
That'll give
Where
someone.
does it see that? Where?
It's not on the player sheet. It's just basic actions everybody can do. Like if you were
What
to
does
take a
that
dodge, if you were to take a dodge action, enemies have disadvantage against you. If you choose to use the help action on another player, that player gets advantage on its attacks versus whatever.
Is it just advantage on attacks?
Yeah.
Okay.
It can be situational, but mostly, yeah.
Yeah.
What if it's like AC? Can she help with that?
Not really. She counts as one more ally surrounding an enemy, so that will give you a +1 against a target. So technically, it makes her AC easier to beat.
All right, Lulu. Help me stab this motherfucker.
Fire on up. Have her do the tusk.
Oh, she's gonna use her help ability.
Oh. All right. She used a help action on you. You have advantage on your attacks next turn.
Yay.
Is she doing anything else?
No. Wait, is the help a bonus action or something?
Help is a full action.
Oh yeah, then that's all she does.
All right. Elgin.
All this guy, he is still here. Lord. Okay, all right. Let me put some paws on him real quick. I got advantage on this cat.
Yeah, you do.
So let's do it. That's 23, 18, 23 hits, right?
It does.
So yeah, give him that with that 11. And of course, I want to put the cherry on top. That extra 7 to go with it, make it a full 8, make it an even 18. I like even numbers. I like even numbers. Even numbers kill. Odd numbers don't do dick.
You
Even
swing
numbers, that's
right through this mummy. He's turning to ash as the middle of your mace is ripping him in half.
Yes.
that's what I'm talking about. Now, Elgin's gonna try this again, and hopefully this time will not trip. He's gonna step over the corpse of yet another corpse, and he is gonna take this opportunity to swing on the mace that is harassing Doya, who is no longer a giant scorpion.
Yep. He got beat out of it.
He got beat out of it. That's a 13, I guess,
That'll still
plus
hit.
4. It still hits?
Yep.
My man. Give me that 8. See, Doya, you're useful.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 1. Okay. I put 9 on him. I hung 9 around his neck. That's all I can do. That is all I can do for you at this precise moment in time. Though oh no, wait. I can do more.
Shroud. Oh,
I can
you
do
already did
more. No, I have the Spirit Shroud already hit him, but I also have at my disposal, I can cast Blinding Smite on top of that as a bonus action.
And
So basically what this will do is he's taking 3d8 radiant damage, and he must succeed a Constitution saving throw or be blinded until the spell ends. This will actually disrupt my Spirit Shroud, which I'm perfectly okay with at this point.
All right.
So he's got to make a DC 19 Constitution.
Yeah,
That's right. That's what I thought.
He failed.
Blind. Blinded by the light.
You smack him for an extra. Dude, paladins just remind me of Watercraft Shaman at like level 60 with all this wind fury. You hit him, and then a hit followed behind, and then an extra reverberation of radiance. Hit again for 15 damage on top of all that other stuff. This mummy is just hanging on. He's got a few pieces of him left still standing, but he is looking hurt.
Drop a Wind Fury Totem. Give it to us all.
Yeah, there you go. Wait, I want to do like old school shaman, just put blop and like 80 totems just hit the ground.
Is that the end of your
All
turn?
right, that is my turn.
Stab! Bring it home.
Stab is gonna do a leapfrog maneuver over Doya right here. I'm just gonna land. Oops, that's not Stab. Boom! Yeah.
Now you leap right over Doyle.
All right, and as he leaps, right before he lands, he's just gonna fucking pogo stick with his rapier into this mummy's head.
All right, let's see it. Skewer this mummy's skull. Or whatever's in there.
Oh, and he gets advantage.
Yeah,
Is that on just one attack?
It's on every attack against an enemy. Normally it has to be helping against a target, and it can't just give you like advantage on everything around you. So, and I would have you move a little closer, but it's the first time you're using it with her, so it's whatever. It's fine.
No, she's coming with me. She's always with me.
But I'm seeing
There's
some
a 29 hit.
some big numbers here. Is that a...
That's a crit, my dude.
So the first
It's a
swing
crit.
was with your main hand, and the second one's with your offhand? Is that right?
No, that's my. The first one is my advantage.
Oh, you rolled twice because of advantage. Okay, yeah, that is a crit. So that's gonna be
Oh, he did.
13 plus A plus it hits. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be that way.
Wait, sneak attack damage.
And that's roll and you know what? Roll another
No,
5
let me roll another one.
DC. There you go. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the true damage. Is you you hop over this mummy, and by God, you slam
Pogo
your
stick.
rapier right through his skull, and using your weight, just pin him right to the ground. As he's flailing, you rip it to the side, out the side of his head, and he ceases to mummy around. And that will take us out of combat.
Whoa. Is the bowl empty? Can I see it from here? Can Stab see it from here?
Not really. It's a little tall. You gotta get closer.
Oh, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Fuck it. Stab immediately sees to see how much gil the mummies have.
You don't find any gil this time, or zenny, or 100 other video game currencies. These mummies have nothing but their wrappings and a lot of ash laying around. Whole lot of ash.
All right, so that happened, guys. Let's just go forwards.
Well, at this point, there's no sense in turning back.
Forwards is this way.
Are you keeping Rinchy out, Hayes?
I was gonna say I open my pouch and say, Rinchy, let's take a nap.
He hops right up onto your side, crawls into your pouch, and ceases to move.
See what's up these stairs.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Cure Wounds on myself again.
It's not a bad idea.
Oh shit, Elgin. Do you need some? You need some healing, bro? Lulu, does he need some healing?
He looks a little beat up.
You want Lulu to help you out, man? Are you talking?
Elgin?
Oh, Ernie, I think, are you muted?
Potion of greater healing. I'm about to use it myself. Or I guess wait. Is Lulu can heal, can't she?
I
Lulu,
can.
show them what you can do.
Okay. Lulu casts Cure Wounds on you, Elgin.
Oh.
You heal for 12.
Respectable.
I think I could do that one more. Lulu can do that one more time. You want it again? Why not?
Sure.
And she
All right,
does
Lulu.
it again. Heal for 10.
I will take it.
And that's how'd you do that, James? How'd you do that?
The healing, if you highlight the Cure Wounds spell, it turns to a little dice to the left of it. You click that, and then in the chat, you have the option to click healing under Cure Wounds, and then it rolls.
How come it won't do that with the trumpets?
Trumpet's a little different. Trumpet wants you to position where it's going to land. There's an extra step
Just like-
involved.
There's no tracker on here to see how many times I did it in the day. You know what I mean? I was
Yeah,
hoping
you-
for something like that.
Oh, like the
I'll
yeah.
just keep it in my head. But like with the spells, it does it for me.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep moving. Oh yeah, Stab is doing this super stealthily, even though everyone else is like clinging behind him.
Do you want to bother making a stealth check?
A stealth check. Let's do it.
All right, go ahead. Let's see if you're stealthy. Just keep in mind, as long as there's allies near you, it's whatever they rolled for stealth, which is right now 0. But you feel real sneaky right now.
Stab is like real quiet, and he's like, "Check this shit out. Can you even know I'm in front of you?" That kind of shit. Oops. What's this stuff, Jamie?
Look like more caskets. Each one has a fully blooming rose on top of them.
Do not touch it.
Yummy. Is this one different, Jamie? Why is it open already?
It is not open. Oh, it's kind of tilted open. It still has a rose
Yeah,
on
it's, like,
top of it,
cracked.
but it's yeah, it looks a little different.
Is it still alive, Rose?
Yep, rose is still blooming.
Stab is gonna get on his tippy toes and see if he could see the inside through the crack. And shine a little light on it, because I think I still have light casted on my hand. And if not, he casts light on his hand.
I'll kind of be careful. We don't want to just go crawling across graves.
It's all good, guys. I got this.
What are you looking for?
Maybe there's some more beans in there or some shit. I think beans are in corpses or something.
Okay, are you
Sort-
hungry? We have food.
No, we need more beans. What's in here, Jamie?
We don't have beans. We have food.
Looks like some bones are in there. That's all you can see.
All right. I'm not gonna fuck with that.
Elgin has kept on walking.
Jamie, tell me about this room. Tell me about this room right here. Tell me about this room.
Looks familiar to a lot of the other rooms you've been in. More urns line the walls. A few halberds lay out mounted and polished in the middle of the room.
Is this an empty rack?
That one has... Actually, let me look real quick. No. Looks like more swords are dangling down from it.
Any cool stuff? Cool swords?
know.
Anything better here? Anything here better than what I have on me?
No, you have a silvered rapier. That's gonna beat long swords for sure.
What are,
Do all of these
yeah,
weapons have the markings of El Terrell?
They do. What's up, Hayes?
I was gonna ask this area here. Are these like halberds laying down?
Yeah, they're not laying down. They're suspended in the air on weapon racks.
Oh, okay. Do they look? What do they look like? Are they old and worn, or do they look like they've been well kept?
They look like they've been well kept. Most of the weapons you've come across so far in here have the same detail to them, like someone's intentionally keeping them looking good.
I'll look over to Doy and say, "Don't think the mummies are doing this. These
Oh,
are
no.
certainly not rotting down here."
No.
My guess is that Haroman itself is oh wait. Olanthius is the one here. Olanthius is keeping this place up. A remembrance for his fallen brethren, I think.
Where he is, you'd think he'd have heard something by now. We just fought a dozen undead.
Well, the ghost in the first room said we should try to find something to remind him of his former life, but we have not found that yet, and fighting him without that may be painful.
I'd like to peruse the shelves here and see if there's anything of interest.
Are these urns?
Those are urns. How are
That'd
you
be friendly ghost in there.
perusing, Hayes? You looking around? Are you rubbing dust off to see if there's some etchings? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, mostly looking around, but I will run my finger across, the occasional thing. Just not in an effort to like necessarily clear it, but I'm just kind of casually walking along and looking in here and seeing if anything jumps out at me, and just occasionally I might run my hand or my finger across one of the urns.
Okay. Yeah, you check them out, and there's no text or anything on them or like that, and they look like funeral urns. And when you rub your finger across one of them, a spectral being appears right in front of you,
Oh shit! I shouldn't have touched anything.
and then to the
It's
side.
probably
I'll
friendly.
jump back. Oh shit!
Bogoy!
Hey, what's up, guys? For glory?
Looks to be 3 humans this time, and they're just kind of staring at you with sorrowful expressions.
What's up with you
Um,
guys?
None of them say anything.
Okie dokie. Some of them don't say anything. Some of them say stuff. It's weird.
Their souls are not at rest. I don't know if there's much we can do for them. Here, we're already in hell. Place
How many-
sucks.
How many urns? And then there's just 3 spirits, even though there's like a bunch of urns.
Yeah, only 3 spirits pop out.
How many urns
Oh.
are there?
In this spot, there's about 9.
Huh. What were you saying, Doria?
I'm gonna ask the spirits, see if I get a response. Do any of you know Turo, or Pori, or Ruri?
They just stare at you.
I look back at Doya. Who?
The names from the hidden room.
I was too busy hacking up a lung. I'm sorry, I didn't catch many of the names.
I think you only looked through a couple. Those were the ones I remember.
Perhaps we
was
should leave them be.
They mean us no harm, and at least at the moment.
I'll do like a little bow, and I'll say, for glory, for honor, whatever it is, and kind of back away. And then I'll just turn my back and kind of walk away.
Stab just throws them the finger guns as he backs away this way. Hey, for glory.
I'll call over to Elgin. Find anything interesting up there?
Oh, just a
Like sprints past me.
I was actually already like about to head towards the other way. It kind of worked out, but no, no, just a weapons rack.
Does not want to spend time with you.
I like sniff my armpits.
It's like it's
Not as bad
smelly.
as it's been before.
I think it's the cough. I mean, it might be contagious.
No,
Stab.
I coughed up whatever it was back there in the mummy room.
Ooh. Ooh, tell me about this room before I step a foot on that fucking floor.
Sure. I can tell you a little bit about it. You see 4 memorial steels, STELES. It's like a kind of like a podium, like a long bench podium. I don't know. That stand in this hall. You see 4 of them. Each seems to be engraved with something. You're too far away. Can't tell.
I'll step in.
Oh, I can't move.
Yeah, you can.
What is this right here?
Looks like a
Those are
bench.
benches.
Stab touches the bench.
Well, before that,
I'm
Eldon, you could see better than anyone else that you're already
no!
in here. You see these 4, I was going to call them benches with carvings on them. They're about as tall as you, a little taller, but they all seem to have names etched into them. Hundreds of names etched into them. And you can see that on the top of each one of these, in common, the text, "Here lie the fallen, may their souls echo here until the end of time." Adorning the wall across from these is, or right behind them, is a carved relief showing a solemn, blindfolded angel on the back of a mammoth with feathered wings. The mammoth is reared up on its hind legs, and the angel holds her sword high, and all around them are the broken bodies of fallen knights and devils.
I'm gonna call to Lulu. Lulu,
Yeah?
Stab
come
him.
here for a moment.
What's up?
Does any of this ring any bells to you? And I'm just gonna gesture at the relief on the wall.
She flies over this relief and starts just staring at the wall and just looking up at it. And she floats and looks at it for about 8 seconds. And then with her head hanging low, slowly flies back to you. Says, That looks like Zariel and me.
You think you could turn back to that thing if you tried? Now that you know what it looks like.
I don't know. I've tried. When we were fighting, I really tried. I was gonna stomp on some things, but
Yeah.
I just can't. I don't know why.
That means something's missing. It's not a matter of memory, I think. Maybe it's the connection. Maybe this was something you could only do when you were still connected to Zariel. Maybe.
Maybe if I saw her again, I could do it.
Well, we'll have to call her secretary. Arrange an appointment.
That was a good joke.
I have my moments. I want to study. I want to kind of study a couple of these. Just you said it's mostly names of the other Hell Riders, right? The fallen Hell Riders.
It is a lot of names on these with a little legend etched into it as well, saying, "Here lie the fallen, may their souls echo here till the end of time."
I want to try something. You know what? Forget these. I want to walk up to the reliefs. Do they seem to have anything unusual about them? Like, and I said they're like kind of etched into the walls, but does anything stick out about them?
You talk about the huge card relief showing the scene Lulu looked at?
Yes.
Does anything stick out? Like, what do you mean by that?
Like, do I notice like if there's any pieces that look like they aren't fully like set into it? Like, if there's anything that looks like that could be pressed or pulled?
Oh, make an investigation check.
Let's see here. Ooh, this is gonna be bad, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And show me potato salad. No potato salad.
It looks quite worn, but you can't really. You might see a couple chunks that look like they may have just fallen off, and you look down, you'll see a piece laying on the floor, but you can't find anything that you would deem missing.
Okay. Well.
The sword in the center one, does it look like it's raised up or from the rest of the relief or anything like that?
It does not.
And we've seen the sword in our memory, or well, in somebody's memories, but we've seen it. Does the sword of Zariel in this picture accurately portray the one we've seen?
It does.
No missing elements or anything like that?
Nope.
Wait, it's a picture? I thought it was a little statue.
It's a
The card relief.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I don't got to look that up because I'm dumb.
Just think a picture etched in stone on a wall.
Who has a passive perception of 16 or higher?
Passive perception? I do. Well, yes, I do. I have 16.
How do you know that?
It's underneath your saves on your character sheet.
Oh.
It'll say passive wisdom, passive intelligence, and like basically passive perception, passive investigation, passive insight.
Yeah, I'm
I have
low.
passive perception of 25.
Good God.
So, Elgin and Doya, the moment you entered this room, something in here feels different. You don't quite know what it is, but you feel like there's absolutely more to this room.
You said there are pieces laying on the ground?
Just a couple. Looks like they may have just frayed off or fallen over time.
I want to pick some of I'm going to pick one or two of them up and just see if they look like anything that, like, if I can tell where they go.
You can pick up a couple pieces, but it's hard to tell. Like, you'll pick up one that looks like it might be a piece of a skull of one of the bodies on the ground beneath the mammoth and angel. You see another piece that looks like it might be part of a boot of one of the fallen soldiers. Another one looks like a piece of a horn. But you can find here and there where some of them may go. Yeah, I'll say that much.
Okay. What about these sconces on the wall? Do either of them look like they can be manipulated?
They're iron sconces with kind of torches set inside of them. It looks like you could maybe. Actually, it looks like the torch might be kind of jammed in there and stuck in there. But if you want to, you're welcome to grab a hold of one of them. We'll try to move it around and whatnot.
I'm just gonna, like, the one on the left, I'm gonna just walk to see if if it moves up or down, or if it, like, does anything if I touch it.
It feels real solid.
Okay. Hey, Jamie, does the image of the sword, does it look like it's pointing at anything in the room?
It's pointing straight up.
Okay.
Hayes, do you think you can maybe do like a magic detect?
Try and see if I detect anything. I'm not classically trained, as they would say, in magic, but do kind of get some tingles on the back of my neck sometimes. And I'll step forward and I'll just squint really hard and try and look around. And just I've kind of made a full lap of the room. Just kind of casually looking on the wall for anything that might stick out, or like a something that could press in, or a secret door. But I'll take a moment and just close my eyes, take a breath, kind of open, squint, and just see if I can feel anything magical or detect anything magical.
Make an Arcana check. 16. You squint your eyes for a moment, sensing for magic, and you absolutely do. You feel a strong aura of necromantic magic emanating off every one of these stills, whatever.
As soon as I kind of feel that, I'll take a step back from the one I'm standing right next to and kind of almost recoil and say, I am not quite sure what kind of magic this is, but there is something off about this room, something dark emanating from these. And I'll just kind of gesture to the whatever they are, cells.
When I hear him say that, I'm gonna try and use my my divine sense to see if I can notice anything in this room.
Sure. Celestial Fiends and Undead Detection, right?
Yeah, like any kind of energy that might be emanating from anything other than Lulu.
Consecrated, desecrated, hollow. Okay, you cast your divine sense, but you don't really sense anything besides Lulu.
And I'll kind of approach one of the stells again, and as I see Elgin kind of reaching out with his power as well, I'll kind of just call over to him and say, I don't know exactly what type of energy this is, but it just feels, I don't know. And I want to place my hand on the still and see if I can, like, does it feel like anything, or does it just feel like I'm putting my hand on stone?
It does. When you put your hand on the still, it immediately you feel some sort of energy seeping into your hand. I need you to make a dexterity savings throw.
You got a +5.
Yay! Yay!
So that's a 13. Okay. As this energy enters your hand, you try to recoil back. And as you're recoiling, this necrotic energy just bursts at you, sending you flying back into the room as you take 42 damage and go rolling across the floor.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna
Are you alive?
I'm gonna rush over to him and check him to see if he's okay.
Same. What the fuck?
Not okay. Not okay. Worse energy than I thought. Wait, did anybody else touch those? Was it just me? Am I the idiot?
It was just you.
You beat me, dude. I was taking my glove off. I was getting ready.
I'm gonna take my mace and I'm just gonna tap him with it lightly on the shoulder and give him 13 healing.
Oh, it burns. Oh, but it's good. It's so good. What the hell? I told you there's something. Don't touch those.
I'm while I'm sitting here kind of hovering over him, I want to look back at that particular one that he touched. Like, is there anything we can see? Like, is there any kind of like energy coming off of it?
Physically see, no, but you can try to sense some arcana if you want to try to see through your special eyes.
Ooh,
Do we all have that?
that's gonna
Or is it
be.
just match people.
I'm going to go ahead and also heal Mr. Hayes for 21.
Ooh, look at him, man.
I think everyone has the opportunity to try an arcana check. It's just Hayes has a higher chance of it succeeding.
I rolled a 14.
So you try to sense some magics emanating off this, and it's hard to detect. You definitely feel something magical, but you can't really tell what type or how strong it is. Also, Hayes, you did see something the moment you touched that stale before you got thrown across the room. You felt a direct link to those names you found all scattered on paper in a room before, like an image of it just popped in your head briefly before you took the damage.
Like what kind of link? Like
almost like they're connected somehow.
Feel their sorrow or something.
No, like magical energies. Like there's some connection between the two.
What's
anything specifically familiar, or just like I've had that flavor before, but I can't remember where.
I wouldn't say specifically. It felt like a tether between them is the best way I can explain it.
Jamie, I want to try searching for something on these.
Okay. What are you searching for?
I want to search for a couple of names I've seen. Turl, Pori, and Ruri, I believe were the names you gave me earlier.
Okay. You can spend a couple minutes looking for those names. You want to spend like 3 minutes looking around for them?
Yeah, I'm going to spend a little bit here, I think, doing it, because I don't know how lucky I'm going to get.
Okay. I'll give you a solid answer here in a short bit then, but I'll say you're looking through all the names now.
Jimbo.
Hmm?
Can you give me a small, detailed description of what these look like? I probably wasn't listening.
I can. So it looks like it's essentially a large carved rock with steel bindings over them, and then all across it, line after line after line, are just names just etched in. And on top of it, a little placard that you can read.
What does the placard say?
Here lie the fallen. May their souls echo here until the end of time.
And it's the same thing for each one?
Yes.
With different names?
Yep.
Are the names like all... How are they sorted? Does it look organized? Is there a pattern I can see?
No, I'll save you time there. There's no pattern whatsoever to these names.
Do any of the names have rankings?
No.
Or are they just straight name?
They're carved equally all the way across.
I'm going to pick myself up off the floor and kind of dust my jacket off and, kind of pop my neck. And I'm just going to sit back down on the bench back here and lean against the wall and I'm going to take 5. And I'm just going to kind of, I'd like to focus on whatever this weird, like, tether feeling I had and see if I can make anything of that.
Okay. 2 things then.
Oh shit, I got called out. Damn it.
Make a perception check. Hayes.
Okay.
Ooh.
7.
Okay, so as you sit down and regain your bearings, you were crossing the walls earlier, feeling around, and you didn't you were checking for anything out of the ordinary, and you thought maybe you would have found something at one point, maybe around that area, but thinking about it, your head's kind of shook or up in here. Sorry, I didn't ping it. Up in that area. But your head's feeling kind of shook, so you're not sure if it was right there, maybe on the other wall or somewhere. As far as that link goes, it's you can't really tell any more from it other than there's some sort of energy that binds whatever those names were on the ground and these steels in front of you.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit here and kind of just take a beat after getting
Stab
thrown
stops you
30 feet. Stops
Jamie,
me from what?
from
Doing
sitting down
nothing.
on the bench.
I'm already sitting down.
Oh,
Yeah,
you are?
he already
Your boy
sat
Ben
down.
done
Hold
sitting
on.
down.
Jamie, important question.
Yeah.
When Stab touched the bench earlier, what did he smell?
Didn't smelled musty and old.
Oh.
And I'm just gonna, as I'm sort of dazing off, I'm gonna just look like kind of down here at the wall, and I've just kind of found a point on the wall, and I'm just fixated on it, kind of ADDing out. Just mind is, 1,000-yard stare.
Is the backside of these the same as the front?
Yes, more names carved into them.
Is there anything on the back of the plaque, or is it just empty?
Plaque's on top of it, so you can still see it. The text is just upside down to you now.
What?
So there's a plaque on top of it, right there. If you're standing right here, you're above it. You're looking down at it, you can read it. If you're standing right here, you're still above it, looking down at it, but the text is upside down because you're on the other side.
Okay. What's above the whole plaque and stuff?
Above the plaque, you can look
what's
up
at
and
this?
you see
yeah.
the ceiling. It's about 10 feet above you.
Stab doesn't want to touch it because he doesn't want to take 40 damage. That shit look painful. You know what? I will do? Stab doesn't know what to do, so he gets some flour, like from his flower pot, and he just throws dirt against the wall. See what happens.
Which wall?
This one right here.
Oh, you're gonna throw it at it? Okay.
Yeah.
You
see what
take
happens.
some dirt and just lob it at it. And before the dirt can even hit the ground, it glows a deep, dim purple and then shoots like bullets past you.
Ooh, good thing I wasn't standing in front of that. Good thing I strategically stood out of the way when I threw the dirt.
I'll that will kind of break my daze a little bit, and I'll look over there and just kind of not quite under my breath, but not too loud, and just like, well, that seemed like a silly idea.
Holy shit! Maybe the dirt connected with them too, just like Hayes.
Right, how does he know about that? I didn't say anything.
Oh shit, you didn't? Fuck. Well, I recant my earlier statement. Jamie, what is the dirt? The dirt's still glowing?
Nope.
Or did it dissipate yet?
It just flew across the room, fell into some cracks and whatnot.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Go
stand
ahead.
up and saunter around the room one more time and kind of feel out for any kind of, if I feel any similar energies around the wall that are anything that would kind of grab my attention.
Sure.
Sorry, Ernie, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh no, you're good. No, the only thing I was thinking about was I'm gonna ask Hayes something. Hayes, what did you feel like you were hit by?
Well,
Did it
if
burn?
I liken it to anything, it was almost like that time that I lost my footing up on the main mast of the Dreamer's Wake and found myself face first into the ocean. You know, when you hit the water at a certain speed, it feels like stone.
but it didn't feel cold or burn or feel like electricity or anything like that.
No, it just felt like pure energy, pure power.
Oh shit. Stab got an interesting idea that's really stupid, but he just wants to do it anyways, just to see, because his mind is like, there's a little hamster in a wheel. I'm about to break everything. I'm about to pinball right here. I just want to see the dirt go back and forth from one to the other. All right, so while they're talking, Stab is going to cast Mold Earth on the dirt that's in his flower pot and form a huge, like a baseball, and just strategically just throw it so that it just goes right here and steps out of the way.
You throw that dirt against the side, and it splats against the side and drops to the ground.
Huh? What's on this side? Is there anything special about it? There's nothing written on it.
Nope.
Well, that was
Tried
disappointing.
on the other ones.
Stab tries it. First of all, he gets his dirt. And let's just see if not all of them are booby trapped. So he wants to throw it right here. So if anything, it'll angle and go this way.
Okay, you lob him more dirt?
Yeah.
It does. The moment it hits, it starts to fall again, but gets shot out against the this back wall
Look
here.
out, Ace!
Shit! Little warning.
I'm solving the puzzle.
Hey, so make another perception check.
And I'll just say, like, arms outstretched to either side. What did you find? And let's see if I see something as I do that.
I found a fucking good way to attack zombies.
Nothing, apparently.
Yeah.
Is it anything that we could have noticed with passive perception?
Your passive perception told you there's something more going on in here, but you'd have to explore the room and tell me what you're doing to maybe find something else.
Have I had any luck with those names yet, Jamie?
You have. You did find the names on these steels.
Were they all on the same one or different ones?
2 were on this one, and then 1 was on this one.
Those names from the hidden room, they appear here as well. I don't think it's a coincidence.
I wonder if their souls are bound to some dark magic. And they're just aimlessly, hopelessly wandering the hellish wasteland, unable to control themselves or choose their own direction.
Now the
That
question
sounded
is,
fancy, right? I just made that shit up. I don't know. It's probably not it.
do we attack it from here or the hidden room?
I'm still just going around. I'm just, at this point, just looking at the walls as closely as I can.
Sure. I can go ahead and I can actually tell you something there. So you've failed checks, but you definitely feel like you might be onto something doing laps here, Hayes.
Either I had a screw knocked loose or something, I don't know, but there's something about these walls.
What about the walls?
I'm just kind of running my hand along them, not learning my lesson from touching the thing before.
Oh, no, bad touch. Bad touch. Even I know sometimes, you know? Don't touch the statue or whatever it is. Let me get that for you.
I stop and I backpedal a little bit, and I look at Stab, and then without breaking eye contact, I just poke the wall with a single finger and leave it on the wall, and then, while still looking at him, walk off while dragging my finger across the wall.
You know we're just friends, right? I don't know if he's trying to seduce me or what. All right, Stab wants to look at the statue or whatever it is, Jamie. The relief. Does he feel like the same sort of energy? Like, would he get blasted if he touched it? Could I even sense that?
You just saw
I
Hayes
want
run
to
his
sense
finger
the
across it.
glassness. Oh, he did? I thought he just did on the wall.
I did it on the wall.
Oh, he didn't do it on the relief?
The wall to recess. So nothing happened.
No, nothing happened.
Stab is gonna like press against it and see if there's any indentions. Someone probably already did this earlier, and I was eating.
No, you don't really feel any indentions in the wall there, but make a perception check.
Do
Ooh, no, you don't feel any indentions, and kind of look
Damn
to
you.
the sides of the relief, and you don't see anything out of the ordinary with it, other than it's a nicely carved relief.
Lulu, how weird
Amy?
is this, man? Lulu,
Can
how
I
weird
ask
is
you a? Oh, sorry.
Doya?
I was gonna ask you a question. This is maybe a stretch. We have seen the Sword of Zerial in our memory.
Yeah.
How familiar do you think we would be with it? Would we consider that we've seen it up close?
You would have seen it from Lulu's perspective, so yeah, you would have seen it up close.
Interesting. I'm gonna try something.
Okay.
I
Do it.
want to cast Locate Object.
What does that do?
I would like to see if I can locate the Sword of Zerial within 1,000 feet.
Okay, you try to locate that memory you saw of Lulu's, that sword etched into your mind. You don't sense anything like it in 1,000 feet.
This may be a bust, gentlemen. I don't think I feel the sword here, but we are here.
Hey, old man, touch this wall with me. Let's do it.
I've had more interesting afternoons before, but I'll give it a shot. And I'll touch the wall.
Okay, you touch the wall.
You
What am I
seen
feeling
anything?
for?
I don't know. Lulu, you touch it too. Let's all touch it.
Okay. She puts her trunk on it.
What's it like? Is it weird touching this, even though it's you?
It's kind of weird that we're all doing it, but no.
It's like granite or something, Jamie?
I wouldn't call it granite. It's just finely carved relief stone, old stone.
I'm gonna see. Did Hayes leave any dirty smudge marks on the walls as he walked, touching everything?
Not really. He's just been kicking up dust off a lot of the places, a lot of the walls, it seems. But you haven't really been watching him this whole time, so you can't really tell.
There's a way back I want to look.
You say it's dusty in here?
A little bit in some places.
Are there spots that aren't?
Are you walking around the room checking that?
I think I would like to check that.
Okay. Make a perception check with advantage, Doya.
Ooh, smart boy. Ooh, 31.
Would a 31 find something?
It absolutely would. As you are walking, checking these walls, actually, are you walking around like Hayes?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and check the perimeter.
Okay. Once you get right here, a little bit back, right there, you can see that there's a significant lack of dust in this whole area.
Oh.
What you see? What you find, boy?
This path has been traveled before, possibly recently. I'd like to check the wall in this section for buttons or the like.
Sure, and I can stick off your old perception roll as you do find what looks like just a small piece of stone that looks perfectly carved into the wall, but it looks pressable.
I would like to press this.
And you do. And as soon as you do, you hear the lowering of the wall in front of you as you see a room appear. I could show you the room. There it is.
Oh, it's lit still.
Gentlemen, I believe I've found us some answers.
Oh yeah. Did you know about this wall from the clues or what?
Druids have an affinity with the earth and the environment around them.
Oh yeah, cool. Cool. Yay, Doya. Describe the room before we walk into it, please, or before I would do.
Sure, I got you. Before you...
What have you done? What have you done to Stab that has made him so paranoid?
Look, do you see that motherfucker got knocked 47 damage?
Yeah, that was for touching something, not for walking into a room.
I don't know. My beats is touching the room, man. I'm gonna be blasted upwards.
So
Look,
in this
Maybe
room,
he saw somebody play like Tomb of Annihilation or something and is expecting traps everywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the 1% of D&D games.
you see a few light sources lighting up the room. You see a desk with it looks like a few books or journals on top of it. Another journal at the top of the room. What looks like a chamber pot that's just empty, and then an open chest.
Ooh, open chest, you say? Stab immediately walks towards that.
It
Looks
is empty.
inside. Ah.
I'd like to look at the book that is next to the chest.
Okay, it looks like a log of Olanthius and some things that happened to him. Would you like to peruse said book?
Sure.
Okay. If you want to peruse most of it, it'll take the duration of about a short rest. Are you willing to spend that much time on it?
Sure.
All right. Everyone else, you see Elgin grab one of these books and start looking through it. What are you guys gonna do?
When you say like a short rest period, does that mean like reading the book is not strenuous?
Correct.
So we could read and be short resting.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip through this bookcase and see if anything catches my eye.
What is this stuff right here?
Candles.
Oh. What is this stuff right here? I just...
More logs.
Stuff. That's what you say. You should say stuff. Stuff and things.
It is definitely stuff, but it looks like more logs by Olanthius.
I'd like to read through them.
Good. I'm glad you volunteered.
Okay. In that case, while you guys are going through these books trying to get some info, this is a good spot to take a short real-life break as well as an in-game rest. So we're going to take about 10 minutes and get some drinks and stuff. We will be right back.
Here, beat.
And we are back. So, if you guys wish to now, I'd say you've spent about an hour looking over these books and whatnot. You're welcome to spend hit die if you would like to. I believe you all should have all your hit die because you stayed at the Wandering Emporium recently.
Hey.
And then
we may not have all of them, but you'll have.
You should have, yeah. You'll probably have. Yeah, because you don't regain them all on a long rest. I forget how many you gain. Either way, I know you'll have some.
Hold on. Stab wants to see if there's a button on the inside of the room to close the door.
Is that what you were doing for the last hour?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I'm going to say then I won't make you make a check since you spent so much time, but nah, you didn't find any hidden buttons to close the door.
It's only on the outside? That's dumb. I could be locked in here.
All right, so I'm going to say within that hour, you guys have gone through all these books and notes, and you were able to consolidate some info to share with one another, unless one of you are adamant about keeping this to yourself.
Nope.
Okay. In that case, here's everything you learned from going through these journals. It seems that Olanthius never recovered from Zariel's capitulation to Asmodeus and subsequent transformation into a devil. He seems to blame himself for not seeing the warning signs of Zariel's fall from grace early on and her single-minded determination to slay demons at all costs. One of you read that Olanthius took his own life rather than face damnation, but he was transformed into an undead monster by Zariel to serve forevermore. In one of the journals, Olanthius describes Haruman, his one-time comrade in arms, as a heartless man bereft of compassion, now a devil bent on punishing anyone who stands in Zariel's way. Olanthius mourns the deaths of his fallen warriors and feels powerless to help them. And Olanthius speaks well of General Yale, whom he clearly respects and secretly adores. In one journal, Olanthius hints that he knows where Yale hid the sword of Zariel, but fails to note the location.
Figures.
Also, about this time, all of you feel a shift in the atmosphere. What felt like a creepy undead tomb loaded with mist everywhere around your ankles, now you feel some sort of sense of dread upon you, like there's some sort of danger not far away.
Does anyone feel like we've maybe outstayed our welcome?
Daddy's home.
Possibly. Which of you feels like they understand Olanthius enough to talk him down?
Well, I think the question to note here is, after everything that we've seen here and learned, is he still feel some sort of sick loyalty to Zariel, or do you think that he's come to his senses? Like, do we pretend to pledge ourselves to her allegiance, or do we try to conscript him to defeat her?
He felt that she was not the person that he followed. I don't think that we play that game. I think we appeal to his compassion for his troops. He's obviously done a lot for them here.
Well, Elgin is quite the formidable soldier type. Perhaps he is the best of us to speak.
You hear echoing screams in the distance.
It's fine. Don't worry about we're talking. Ignore the screams.
I'll talk to him.
And do we fight here or elsewhere?
Perhaps out there in the larger room we should... Like, should we get out of here and maybe pretend that we haven't found this place?
I don't
Probably
think it
wouldn't be
matters.
the worst.
Okay, everybody put everything back where you found it. I'll kind of try to reorganize the desk, like, very hastily as I'm walking out, like...
Mom's home, clean the room.
Just turning things to where they kind of looked like when we walked in, but then I'll scurry out.
Stab closes the door.
You push in the recess, and the door Another recess nearby. I'll say there's another nearby. And close the doorway.
Did y'all hear how hard DM just hit that space bar to pause this shit? He's got some shit he's about to throw at us. He's excited.
So, as that door closes, you can hear metal boots clanging on the ground. Elgin, you're the first to see it, as you see a figure around the corner approaching, and he sees you. And as soon as he sees you, he draws his blade, still stepping forward as he enters the room. As soon as he appears in the room, through the walls, you see a multitude of specters come out of the wall with him. Some still behind him, some around him. Seems to be just surrounded by these things. Now, I'm going to have us enter initiative, but we're not necessarily in combat yet. Everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Aight.
The ghosts are going to all go as one.
Damn it! I don't want to go first.
Lulu should be here too. Lulu will be behind you, Stab, because you technically a familiar is not supposed to have its own. It's supposed to be always behind its master. I'm going to give it a roll and then edit it. Here we go. Okay. Olanthius enters the room, sword drawn. Aimed towards you, Elgin. He's standing there. He hasn't had a chance to speak yet, though. As Stab, you're the first to react. What would you like to do?
Are they looking towards me?
No, they spotted Elgin first. All eyes are on him.
Stab is just gonna, in case shit hits the fan, he wants to, like, is there any place to hide and maybe pop out if the shit goes sour?
You might be able to duck behind one of the stills, but it looks like you'll be running in line of sight of a lot of things to do it. You could always duck back in the room you're just in, but you just closed it up.
I closed it. Stab's just gonna stealthily try to go over here without anyone noticing. He's just gonna go for it.
Just shift to the side.
Yeah.
Okay, Lulu does not move with you, though. You gotta only move one or the other right now. Make a stealth check, too. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
Can I hold action and see what? I think Elgin was gonna be the speaker.
So stealthing or hiding is an action.
Oh.
Yeah, you've already acted.
You
Oh
acted.
shit! Fuck! No! I thought I could just move.
No, you can't just move and hide. Now, that's
No.
definitely doing stuff. You can move, but if you hide, now you're actively trying to blend in with the walls right now.
Stab awaits his action
All
for the
right.
next turn.
And what's Lulu do as well?
Fuck! Lulu just looks at dumbass Stab. Like, why did he just wait?
All right. Doya?
Doya is expecting this to be a knockdown, throwdown fight in some aspect, because he's not sure how far words are going to go. So he's going to take a couple steps forward and turn into an earth elemental.
Okay, so you're going to turn to an earth elemental?
Yes.
All right. I don't know if I have an earth elemental token.
You had like 3 weeks to prepare, Jimmy.
I have, but I don't think I made one of those. I totally forgot you're an elemental druid now.
Shit, I totally misread the room. I thought we were gonna press him for information.
I'm
Yeah.
waiting, but I want to be ready for if it goes bad.
I'll tell you what.
All right.
Earth elemental is a large creature, right?
I can tell you this. If I'm someone who's walking in the room and sees a bunch of folks and I'm trying to determine whether or not they're hostile, and I see one of them try to hide in the corner and another one turn into a fucking rock monster, I'm not feeling too fucking comfortable.
Okay, I'm glad you said that, because that's why I've been laughing the entire time. I was like, y'all have basically sandbagged me. They're like, hey, Elgin, go talk this dude down so he doesn't kill us all. But all the while, let's do
with
every.
disadvantage.
But yeah, let's do every conceivable thing that would make me look sus as fuck.
Doya,
Buddy.
you're yourself still, but you're like this large rocky form now. So that's why your token's twice as big. You are now an earth elemental.
We're in an arms race Cold War with a ghost conjurer.
A lot of eyes shift your way immediately as Olanthius turns his head to look at you while his sword's still aimed at Elgin. And Elgin, you're up.
All right, you got.
I'm gonna. Man, you completely ruined how cool I was gonna play this off. God damn it!
Why we make the plan before we engage?
That's all right. It probably wasn't
I
that cool.
thought the plan was for me to talk.
That was the plan.
That was the plan. See, this is
We
why
had a
Merrick
plan.
is dead. I now know why Merrick is dead. It's because of him. He taught. Remember, we used to always wonder, man, why did Merrick always just run off half cocked all the damn time? Now he knows him. It's his fault.
It was a lesson about
Jesus.
that.
Like playing cards with my brother's kids. God damn. Anyway,
What would you like to do, Elgin?
I'm gonna take note of the fact that they looked in both of their directions, and I'm just literally gonna put out I'm gonna put out my hands, and I'm gonna be as calm as humanly possible, calm as a coma, and say, ignore them. They are fools and don't know how to handle a conversation between what could potentially be mutual allies.
You're a fool.
Olanthius turns his head back to you.
Stab says that quietly. He just hopes no one hears that.
Oh, no, I heard it. I heard it, and I'm going to respond to it. I'm just going to snap my fingers and point in his direction and say, this one
Oh, no, that one points to Doyle.
does not have any cachet here. I want to talk to you, soldier to soldier.
You're all fools for entering my crypt. Who are you?
Ooh.
Going to place a closed fist across my chest and say, with a bow, my name is Elgin Greymalkin, Paladin of Helm. And then I will gesture towards Hayes and say, this here is Hayes, dear companion in my company.
I'm literally just standing, hands to my side, like just not. I haven't moved. I haven't stepped. I'm just literally standing like a statue, pretty much.
And then I will gesture to Doya, the silly druid who just, for reasons I can't quantify, is now a seemingly ready to throw hands elemental. Well, that's Doya. Ignore him. He did not listen to what it was we were trying to do. And the one who is inexplicably trying to hide,
I wouldn't hide. No, I was looking
despite
for
the
this
fact
quarter I dropped.
that you have already seen him most likely.
Guys, I
Well,
found
that
I
is
found my
bad.
coin. I found it, guys.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure it is the shiniest coin you've ever laid eyes on. That's Stab.
Stab's just gonna be
Ignore.
like, I found my coin. There's nothing in his hands, but he like sleight of hands, like tries to fool him anyways.
Ignore those specific two for right now.
Yeah, for permanently, that'd be nice too.
We have come here. Well, for one, we have come here trying to heal a broken land, as well as to set right a great wrong. We have no quarrel with you. We only came here seeking information. Now, I presume you are a soldier of honor. Someone who clearly has reverence for his fallen comrades. This crypt is clearly an homage to that. And I respect it. Because a soldier should always respect and care for his allies. Even if some of them, and he's gonna cut eyes towards Doya and Stab, even if some of them do act rash at times.
Elgin, make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Ooh.
And when the camera pans over to us as he gestures over there, Hayes is gonna take like 1 or 2 steps to the right out of the frame.
Stab is giving a thumbs up with both hands.
Last fight,
You
I
got
didn't
him.
shoot first. I had to reroll characters, so you know.
Okay, so persuasion with disadvantage. Great. The one thing I'm good at, I got to do at a behind the 8 ball. Let's.
I'll lean in and say, "Tell them we know Rhea."
Actually, can I do that real quick? Can I sneak that in there?
Let's play it where it lands. You can sneak it in there in a minute, maybe, or in a few seconds.
Okay. All right. God damn it! I'm trying to. Thanks, Doya and Stab.
All right,
Oh,
Olanthius
buddy.
responds. I don't know what brings you here, but you say that I respect my allies, and you think yourself a man of honor. Call them. Have them stand before me, all of you.
And I will immediately just kind of. Come on, you heard the man.
Alright.
Stand before him. Come on! In line.
You giant fucking oaf.
Big Doya?
Yeah, big
Big
Doyle.
Doyle will cross his arms.
I'm gonna get right here. I'm in the middle.
Hey, you know what you should totally do? Not look threatening. First thing Doya does. Looks threatening. God damn it.
Stab immediately picks his nose to make up for that.
So, this, just so you guys can get a closer look at what this guy looks like, this is kind of what you see in front of you, staring
Like
at
a
all
tin
of you.
can ass looking motherfucker.
As he has his sword no longer pointing at Elgin, but to his side, and we're gonna move out of initiative, so y'all could act however you want to now. But he moves up to all of you, and almost like he's taking measure of you. And then he asks the rest of you. He mentioned your names. You tell me your names.
Who's he looking at?
All of you.
Alright, Stab's gonna stop picking his nose and just wipe it on his chest real quick just to be all presentable. And he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm Stab.
I'm Lulu.
If his gaze falls over towards me, I'll just kind of nod my head and I'm Hayes.
You hear a bunch of rocks crumbling and making noise.
And he just looks up at you for a moment, Doya, and then back to you, Elgin, and says, good. I know each of you, except that one. And he looks up at Doya again just for a moment, and back to you, Elgin, and says, it is dishonorable to engage in battle before introductions are made. So I will only ask you one question. Why are you here?
Good question.
I
think
will.
Elgin is trying to talk.
I'm going to.
Any of y'all can talk,
Hold
yeah.
my hands up,
I'd rather he do it.
and we are here to restore honor to this land. The great wrong that had happened with El Terrell. The fall that happened because of Zariel. We are here to undo that. To bring, and he's gonna kind of do this in a very measured way, putting a closed fist to his chest and holding up a fist. To bring back honor. To uplift the Hell Riders once more.
Olanthius' eyes suddenly start glowing bright red flames, way brighter than they were before, and you can feel the hatred from his gaze as he says, "Then you're aware of my hatred for Zariel."
Yes. We need an ally. Zariel is much too powerful for the 5 of us to take on. We need to stop her before what happened to El Terrell could potentially happen somewhere else. Another land of the living plunged into hell. Its people tortured, killed, and those who weren't subjugated under the boot of a tyrant. We need your help.
He looks over at all of you once more, lowers his sword finally and sheaths it, and then waves off one hand to his left, and as soon as he does, all these specters just fade back into the wall and the ground and dissipate. He then says, "What you seek is noble, but I am bound to this place. I am bound to serve Zariel."
Bound. But I can't help but notice you still care for your fallen soldiers. You still believe. Surely, what binds you can be undone somehow, could it not?
Upon Zariel's death, it can be undone.
But wait. Even if you can't directly help me and my company, what if you could still indirectly help us? Your being bound to Zariel likely means you can't take direct action against her. Am I correct?
That is correct.
But maybe your inaction, could that aid me in my company in some way? If Zariel calls for you, you do not come. Is that possible?
Only bound to this place, not directly to Zariel. She can only summon Harumen to her side. I am summoned here when this place is disturbed. I sensed you enter my chambers. I sensed you enter my past. That's what drew me here.
Then the die is cast. You know where the Sword of Zariel is, do you not?
I do.
Then for the restored honor
for the lives lost of the Hell Riders, would you be willing? Would you be willing to help us claim that sword, cut Zariel's head from a tyrant neck, and help bring honor to this broken land that you may not be able to leave, but you could set to rights? Would you do it?
Olanthius turns away from you and takes a few steps back and puts his hands behind his back as he looks like he's mulling something over. He paces a bit as he's looking towards the ground, and then it looks like he sighs and stops and turns to look back at all of you and says, "Do the rest of you share this resolve?"
I'm just gonna look at them and then look back at him.
Again, if his is he kind of like eyeballing across all of us?
Yes.
When he looks to me, I'll just I'll give a quick silent nod, but when I look back up to him, Hayes will say, "Not just for the honor of the fallen, but for those who still remain. Those such as Rhea."
You don't really see a reaction from him when you mention that name, but it looks like he took what you said. It looks like he accepted what you said as he looks towards Stab and Doya.
Doya is going to put one hand on Elgin's shoulders. It's going to be a little heavy. Sorry about that. And the other, he's going to do the fist salute of El Terrell.
And he nods at you and just looks at Stab.
I think you're muted, Stab.
Hello?
Hey.
Yep.
Yes. For glory.
Olanthius then says, "Then I can tell you where the sword is. But first, you're going to need to release a distraction. If I tell you where to go and you go straight there, you will die. Zarya will show up before you can even cross. But if you were to free that giant, it would be a big enough distraction for you to go where you need to go. There is an unholy giant, a frost giant, that wielded a mace, huge two-handed mace at one point. Zariel and him battled, with Zariel getting the upper hand and taking his prized possession. This giant has been chained up for feels like eternity now. He is not an ally, but his hatred for Zariel rivals mine. Free him. Zariel's eyes will be cast to him for a while, and you'll be free to retrieve the sword."
The enemy of my enemy.
Yes. Kostichi is his name.
Wait. What was his name again?
Cross stitchy?
Kostichi. I can spell it if you want to as well.
And
That's a pretty name. Is it French?
I don't know, it's giant, I don't know.
are you able to direct us to
Yes.
this individual in this
Where would he be?
hellscape?
I cannot guide you to him, but I can tell you the location he resides at is known as Kostichi's Maw.
I'll at this point, I'm gonna put up one hand as like, hey, I'm cool. And the other hand is gonna reach into my backpack and I'm gonna pull out the map and I'm gonna unfurl it. And I'll just say, could you perhaps point on the map here and say the name? It would do us a great help.
The knight steps forward, which, being this close, you all feel this necrotic aura off of him now. Some powerful magic without even trying to sense it.
Do I
And-
sense that that's the same magic coming off of the stones?
It's similar. It seems more concentrated in the stones, whereas it's more spread out on Olanthius. But he looks at this map, but doesn't comment on it, and just says out the name aloud. Kostich's Mall. And as soon as he does, I won't switch the map for now, but I'll just tell you guys where it's at. A location appears on your map all the way at the top right, past the Bell's Forge location. It looks very far away.
I'll look at it and just sort of sigh. Hey. Well, it seems that we've found ourselves in a position of making an entire circle of, well, this circle of hell. I look back to him and nod and thank you. Kind of roll up the map and put it back in or fold back up the map and put it in my pouch.
He just steps back and just nods.
So that you know, there are still those fighting, carrying on the good work.
Who are you referring to?
The young woman, my comrade here had mentioned her by name, Rhea. She still fights.
Don't recognize that name. I can't. He looks away for a moment, and it looks like he's a little distressed. He says, I can't remember any names, even when I read them all again and again. And he looks towards the stales behind you. I don't remember any of them.
Well, regardless, the Hell Riders are still remembered. Those that fought for honor or glory are still revered. And I don't know if you are privy to this information, but those who fell alongside El Terrell, its inhabitants, they're still trying to eke out an existence to survive in this realm. They could use a protector.
And they will have to rely on you.
I'll look back at the stones. And I'll just kind of glance back. I didn't mean to cut you off, Elgin. You can go ahead.
You're good.
And I'll say, was it you that cast some sort of protective spell on these stones?
No.
And is the magic surrounding these the reason you can't remember any names?
I don't know.
Can I poke Elgin on the shoulder?
Yes.
Yeah.
Elgin takes 5 damage from that.
And now my suit is dirty.
You'll get a shrug, and then with my elemental hands, I'm gonna do that.
He's being clever again.
I'm just gonna kind of stare at him
and just be like,
Does anyone know what it is he's saying?
I know what it is.
He's
Circle.
drawing a circle.
Yeah, Stoya, that's a
I-
circle. I learned
I-
that too.
I get that. I don't know the correlation of
I'm
a
going to-
circle in this situation.
Point at the south wall.
Oh, the circle with the names in it.
The ritual
Oh.
room.
Yes. Doya, if you'd be so kind to actually be in a form where you could communicate with the rest of us. We-
I think the shapes are working. Go ahead, Doya.
It's not like we are about to be in combat right this second. Hopefully.
I would ask a favor of you before you leave. I think I know what your giant is referring to. Those ritual rooms. I may be bound here, but the rest of them don't have to be. Burn those names. Carve their names from the steels. I should release them.
oh. And I'm just gonna like slap the back of my hand against whatever is next to me on Doya and be like,
Why didn't you just say that?
I'm gonna point to a fist, and then I'm point to a steel.
All right, Doya, start scraping. Get to scraping.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Doya, make yourself useful. Can you do what he just said do and
Yeah,
release these
Doya.
names? Yes, please. Please, thank you. You're an elemental. It should be nothing for you.
You'll
At
want
this
to
point.
burn the names first.
Burn them. Well, would a torch work?
Any flame should work. I can't access these rooms on my own. But your giant motioned a circular ritual circle, right? Did you not discover the room before?
Wait
You
a
may
minute.
have
what?
came across it. Yeah, it's the one that we
Doya?
spent. I think we spent some time in it, but I think you were moving on.
oh no, I know what room it is, but I'm just being obtuse to mess with Doya.
Oh, yeah.
So he's gonna shake his head no.
Wait. No, you don't remember, or no, you do remember?
So he's gonna shake his head no, and just wait to see what happens.
How climbable does Doya look?
Looks pretty climbable.
Stab is gonna start climbing Doya.
Well,
Just like get ready for him to walk us to the ritual room.
your
All right,
head's
buddy.
almost touching
Take
the
us there.
ceiling, as Doya's head is almost touching the ceiling.
Be careful with me.
Do you ever have communication problems with your friends down here? Any advice?
Us failing to communicate with Zariel and her charge against devils is what caused all of this. So I would say yes.
And I'll kind of look over at Doya and I'll just kind of point at him. See, it's important.
Doya's gonna lean down, draw out a square and a circle, and mark an X on that, and then draw another rectangle next to it, and then just stop right there.
I'll go into that and I'll draw an O in it. And I'll draw another square. Like it's your turn.
I've seen this game before.
I'll leave you to your vices. Once you free
Rock monster.
Kostashi, I'll know. Come back
Where
to
you
me
gonna hang
here.
out? All right.
Olanthius
rest of you will
then turns
hear
and
the-
starts walking away.
Doyle, maybe you should get on all fours. I don't.
Before
scrape
he
my head.
leaves, I will call out to him
and just say that we will see to it that your binding to Zariel won't last much longer. And then he'll salute and say, for glory.
He turns his head halfway towards you as you say this. He looks at you for just a moment from the side of his eyes, and then looks forward again and leaves.
I
Elgin,
think he likes you.
Elgin,
Yes.
that was one of the coolest fucking things I've ever seen. And I'll, like, put my hand on his shoulder and give him a nod.
Thank you. I have some experience with falling.
Well, we've got a nice game of tic-tac-toe over here if you'd like to join us.
Ooh, tic-tac-toe.
And then I'm gonna kind of step over and
Everyone's approaching your drawn circles and rectangles, Doya.
You will hear the slow and unmistakable sigh of sadness from a elemental as he slides into the earth underneath you, Stab, and starts heading to points unknown.
Oh, I look at Elgin. He's the disappointed one now. He's the sad one now.
What's going on? You
He
melted
turned-
into the
he's-
floor?
He can turn into like a rocky form, like gravel, and roll across the ground.
Stab rides on the fucking gravel.
Oh, I can work through earth.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
yeah,
I know where he's going. Let's go.
You gonna go through the fucking wall?
earth
He's an
elemental, sir.
elemental.
Yeah, he can do that.
Yeah.
Fucking weird. Stab watches him go into the wall.
All right, you
What's it
see
look
him
like?
roll through the wall.
At least he did something with that spell. I think I'm clicking too much. Froze up here.
All right.
Well, I suppose that could have gone worse.
It most certainly could have. But I'm glad we were able to appeal to his better nature. It proves that maybe once we rid this realm of Zariel, perhaps there'll be someone better to claim it.
And we've got our head on our shoulders for one more day.
That too. I presume
Uh-oh.
that this is what he spoke of. Doya, would you like to do the honors?
Oh, yeah, shaking his head no.
Anybody got a match? Hold on. Stab gets his tinderbox out and makes a fire with just one of the names, and then he puts the kindling in the others.
Okay, so you spread her out around just a little bit of burning kindling, hoping the papers take to themselves, and you use your flint to kind of get a little
tinderbox.
spark
Oh yeah,
going.
you got it.
And as soon as you do,
And I
go ahead.
was to say I'm going to use Storm Guide as well to kind of create just small kind of gusts to kind of feed the flames as he's doing it, and to keep the smoke on the back side of the room.
And that is going to allow all the papers to start just being engulfed in flames as the winds and Stab's fire compresses together, and all of these papers start to burn in front of you. And each time one burns up, you see a name, almost in bloody text, levitate into the air and fade into nothing. Name after name after name just levitates out of this burning pyre and dissipates into the air. Until after a few, it actually doesn't take that long. It's just a ton of names are going by. In about 1 minute, everything's burnt to ash.
Neat. What's the symbol underneath all the papers now that we could see it clear? Now that all the papers cleared.
Nah, nothing recognizable. It just seems to be some sort of generic arcane symbol for locking something in place.
All right. So now we scrape the names off the pillars.
You'll hear a rock monster talk, but I don't think you speak Terran.
I don't. I'm just gonna. Stab just goes like, "Yup, I'm right, aren't I?"
Doya is actually going to head a different direction because he's. Well, Doya can't talk to you.
Fuck you going. Stab's gonna watch Doya. Oh.
Can I attempt to Earth Glide through these walls, Jamie?
You can, but as you enter the room, you see a few spirits still floating in the air here, but the moment you enter, you see them hold out their arms and look up as they dissipate in front of you.
Goodbye.
They seemed nice.
All right, boy. What you got here?
I'd like to attempt to Earth Glide about 20 feet, what we'd call on this map, south.
Okay, you burrow through the wall and head 20 feet south. You seem surrounded by just more ground.
Can I work my way west?
How far?
Maybe about 100, 120 feet.
Okay, you start burrowing west about 100 to 120 feet. And you are surrounded by more ground.
What is Stab looking at? Is Doy completely out of the room?
Yeah.
All right, that was cool. Yeah. All right.
I'm going to head back north and try to get my bearings, because
I don't know that.
I feel like he said there was another room.
You're right there right now.
I'm going to go ahead and come out of the wall right there, I guess.
Okay. You pop out of the wall right there.
Where would he have been talking about? We'll work our way north again and head into the wall west.
Okay. You head into the wall to your west and just plow through it. And quite quickly, you surprisingly stumble into another area.
And I haven't run across anything magical yet, right?
Nope. Well, kinda. I guess what you see on the ground in front of you could be considered that.
Magical walls or stones?
No.
Thank you, sir. We're going to pop out right here.
Okay. You burrow again in this wall and immediately fling out into this hallway.
Oh,
Is that
Jesus.
where the rose was? Did he already touch that rose there?
There is no rose there.
Well, he's going to point at the wall right here.
All right. Stab's going to look for anything. Protrusion.
Make a perception check.
Smell.
Can I help him?
Yeah, sure. Do it with advantage, Stab.
No, over there. Look at towards the bottom. No,
Where?
up just a little more.
You look around everywhere, Stab, around this sarcophagus, on the sides, behind it. And when you look behind it, you see it's very small, but just a small button right on the back right corner.
Stab pushes it and drools at the same time.
I don't know why he's drooling, but you push it, and the wall behind it lowers.
Oh shit! Secret. Stab does the same thing he did in the other room, but with his tinderbox.
Okay.
Seems to be more names.
Are you gonna help him, Hayes, or are you letting him just do the...
I am.
Okay, the gust thing again?
No, I'll control kind of the wind again.
All right. You walk in this room, and immediately you see a ton more pieces of paper, almost akin to the other room you were in. And without hesitation, Stab, you get your kit out and just start lighting a flame. Hayes assists to make sure the flame rises proper until everything in here starts catching fire again. And just like before, you see names lifting off of these pieces of paper as they burn and dissipate in the air in front of you until nothing is left.
All right, cool. Dab is gonna look at Doya. Oh, which way is he facing?
Where's y'all?
Stab is going to reach out and hold his palm towards Doya's chest and cast mold earth on his chest and make a smiley face.
Gross.
I'm not sure if that can... I don't know if you can do that. So I'm going to ask Doya if he allows that.
I put it on there so you guys can see.
That's I don't know if even would stick if you could do it for even like a second or two.
I don't know. Doya, it's up to you since he's
Possibly
doing it
boost?
to you. And that's the argument's not like... It's not if you can do it to Earth or whatnot. It's if you can do it to another player who is assuming the shape of Earth. Which I'll leave Doya to decide that.
Let's read this real quick. Doesn't say anything about it not affecting magical stuff.
No, it doesn't. Technically, it should be allowed, but I'm leaving you the choice whether or not you want a smiley face on your chest.
I have a smiley face on my chest.
There you go.
I'm gonna make the smiley face yellow. Just a yellow circle with a smiley face.
Can you change the color of it?
I can. You can cause shapes, colors, or both to appear on the dirt or stone.
There you go. You have a yellow smiley face on you.
Now you'll be easier to spot, buddy.
You're a watchman now, Doya.
Did you thumbs up me?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Uh,
Are you
I'm
sticking
gonna-
out? Huh?
Try going through this wall.
Sure.
Oh man, who knows how many fucking... Wait, before you go, give me a sign. Are you going back to the stone walls? Great. Well, dude, I can't keep track of you here. You want us to just wait for you in the stone walls? I'm just gonna take a rest there and wait for you.
I'm gonna point through this wall and then point north.
What does that mean? Do you want us to wait on you? Yes or no? Okay. Stab is, before he leaves, is gonna cost Old Earth to Doya's head and make him have spiky Super Saiyan hair that's yellow.
Doya, do you allow this?
Power level is now over 9,000.
Alright.
All right. He dives through the wall. Doya,
Stab just gonna go ahead.
pop out near a large cauldron.
I lose all of the things the staff did to me during the slide.
That's true.
I'm just gonna put him fucking back because I can. It's a cantrip.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
What are the rest of you doing?
Just gonna go back to that room and rest probably.
Hayes, you're still in the room with where the names were. What are you doing?
Ace is gone, man.
Oh, we had AFK for a minute? Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I should read my messages. Alright, so you guys... Here, I'm going to say... He'd probably follow y'all, so I'm going to have him catch up as well.
Can I just drag my token? Do you care?
Yeah, you can drag at this point if you want to.
I cannot.
We haven't been to this room. Can you describe it?
Give me just a second. Let me see where you are. This room in the middle here?
Yes.
Yes, I can. It is not too remarkable from the rest of the rooms. You see a couple crates to the side, a ton more urns laying about, and what looks like potentially a well of some sort with large steel doors covering it.
This whole time, Jamie, Stab just wants to play with the cursed wall, and just throw little specks of dirt on it, and just watch it fling from the other side,
Okay.
and then repeat the cycle.
When you throw dirt on it, nothing happens now.
Oh shit!
Can you describe the well in more detail?
Besides what you see, there's not much more to it. Seems to be a lever on the side of it, and two large doors with handles on the top of it. Comes up about maybe 4 feet off the ground.
Elgin seems to have followed me. I'm going to point at the lever.
I'll come over and take a look at what is he's pointing at. When I see it's a lever, I'll just shrug and activate it.
Okay, you pull that lever, and when you do, you don't hear any sounds or anything happen, but you do see a few more ghosts appear around the room, just looking over at you.
Oh, that means more papers. For the
I'm
ball.
gonna turn and just see if they're as passive as they have been up to this point.
Yeah, they're pretty passive.
Okay.
Can I lift the cover off this well?
You can. You want to do that?
I would like to attempt to lift this cover off this well.
You grab one of the handles and pull this door open. And when you do, looking down inside, it turns out it's not a well. There's a few bones and whatnot stored in here, and it only goes 4 feet deep, exactly to where the ground is beneath your feet now. It looks like this is some sort of device that's supposed to incinerate stuff, but it's been inactive for far too long.
I'm gonna ask Doya, have you checked the walls in this room?
Oh, it'll start heading towards the nearest wall and enter it.
Sure. How far are you going?
About 20 feet in.
Okay. You enter the wall and go 20 feet, and you just are surrounded by just darkness and more ground.
I'm just going to start floating to the right, and we'll go that way.
Just keep going right until something happens?
Again, about 100, 120 feet.
Okay. Still darkness and ground.
I probably haven't done this a lot, so to get my bearings, I'm going to go south and see where I pop out.
Okay. You go south until you pop out of a wall again, and you appear right here.
I'll march my way back to the room. You'll get a shrug from Doya.
I have an idea. The last one, it was in one of those chambers. Maybe we should check there.
In the
Maybe
meantime,
in this hallway, or
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Hayes and Stab, you're currently in the room with those stills still. And Stab, you had just tried to throw dirt at one of them, expecting them to ricochet off, but nothing happened. What are you guys doing?
Stab is still just gonna wait until they come back before he does anything, and probably just shoot the shit. Hey, what's up, man? to Hayes.
I'll kind of step up. Oh, you know, same old, same old.
You believe this guy
Trying to
shitting
get
through
ourselves
walls?
killed and barely making it out every time.
Yeah. I see the air in my way now of trying to jump that dude, but you know, I
Oh,
kind
do
of
you?
don't see the air in my way because
I
when
didn't think
shit
so.
happens.
Okay, so you guys are chilling. All right. I just make sure you didn't
Um,
want to explore or check anything.
I would like to cast Mage Hand.
Sure.
And reach it out and touch this still here.
All right. You reach out and caress it with your mage hand, and nothing happens.
And then I'll just kind of calmly walk down here to this last one and do the same thing.
Same result.
Stab throws
I'll,
dirt on the one north.
Nothing
Yeah.
happens.
Did we do it?
I think so. Well, you wanna start scratching them off now? Save some time.
I don't
Yeah,
see why not. Nobody told us we couldn't.
All right, cool. Stab spits on his sleeve, and then tries to wipe. How are they? Is it carved in there or is it written?
Carved in there.
Ah, fuck. Stab doesn't spit on his sleeve. And
I'd like to imagine he still did.
Okay, he'll still spit on the sleeve. He's gonna wipe the carving first, and then fail, and then he's just gonna get his dagger out and try to chipping off this name.
Ooh, you can. That will, I'll say, trying to just scratch into stone repeatedly to carve stuff out with a dagger is definitely gonna potentially ruin that dagger if done enough.
Oh, Stab is gonna stop and be like, I don't think I got anything for this though.
I don't think I do either. I mean, I could try and potentially knock it down, but I don't think I have enough in me to take care of all of these.
Hold on, I got this. Hey, is it rock, Jamie?
It is rock.
I'm just gonna use mold earth and just erase that shit.
Okay. You cast mold earth on it to try and just take out the carvings, but your mold earth doesn't affect it at all.
Ooh.
Also, Doya, you want to travel north?
I'm wanting to travel north.
What's the limit?
Again, 10 to 20 feet in.
Okay, you're in darkness.
Just enough that. Yep. We'll work our way west this time.
Okay, you pop out right there.
Can you? I'm not sure if you're allowed to.
I take it.
Jamie, can you remind me if he said there was just another room or if he said there were rooms?
I don't think he gave a specific number, but it was plural.
That's what I thought.
Well, what rooms have we not checked? They could be anywhere. There were 4 stells.
Yeah, I
Maybe
think
you get the impression that there's one room for each of them?
Doyle will nod and then try to going through this wall.
Sure. You travel out. How far? You gotta tell me distances every time.
20.
All right, you're in darkness.
I'll go south this time, about 100 again,
Darkness the whole way.
and we'll start working our way out.
And this time, are you just gonna keep going east until you can't?
Yeah.
Okay, you pop back out. Down here.
Nothing on that side. I'm gonna go find Eldrin real quick.
Nothing?
You get a nod of no.
All right, follow me. Let's see what we can find.
All right, back to Stab.
There's got to be a...
Stab
Oh,
and Hay is there. What are you guys up to?
Stab pushes against it to see how strong it is.
Feels very durable. And also, nothing happens to you when you push on it.
Am I still getting a feeling, that same feeling of like dark energy?
Trying to sense for
when
it
I'm
again?
walking by, yeah, while I'm walking by any of these.
Let me just go with your old check. No, you don't sense any. You sense something magical on them now, but you don't sense any of that necrotic energy off of it anymore.
Then I'm gonna walk up and place my hand on it cautiously. Like I'm gonna go for it, and then I'm gonna stop and like pull my hand back and not commit, but then I'm gonna commit all the way and touch it.
You do. Nothing happens.
Is there any kind of magical energy coming off of it?
Kinda. It's not very potent though, but you still definitely feel something magical here.
I'll look over at Stab. What's their phrase
What's up,
for
buddy?
glory? Is it for glory? Is it for glory?
I missed like all of that, dude. Well, I don't know if you guys.
Is it for glory?
Yes, it's. Oh, my bad. Hello.
I turned back.
Did you hear me? Please tell me you heard me.
I turn my hand and put it back on the stone and say, for glory.
Nothing happens.
I look back to Stab. I've tried everything I can think of. And I'll step away.
Let me try Stab specialty sidekick. Flying sidekick. Do this.
Doya and Elgin, what are y'all doing?
Into the wall.
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna walk these walls, and I'll try and walk along them with him, and maybe.
Well, let me ask you this. We don't have to role play this out for the whole way. Doya, do you plan on going through every wall, popping out in every area you can, looking for any hidden rooms?
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
You don't find any new rooms doing this.
How long does it take me?
About
5 minutes.
probably more like 10, 15. We'll say 15 minutes.
It took you so fucking long.
Thorough.
People's souls are on the line here, man. I gotta do my due diligence.
I guess.
I do definitely want to check this spot right here for sure. 'Cause
What spot for what?
hidden rooms.
There are no
Even though
more.
you said it.
There are none. You go through the wall. I'll tell you what. You can go through the wall and keep going. You want to do that?
Yeah. We'll go all the way through. Because, I mean, we found one the last time.
All right. You dive into this wall and pop back out. Hayes, you hear rocks coming through the wall from behind you.
I'll kind of like whip around and just have like electricity like crackling at my fingers. Oh,
The rock monster will flex once.
You also hear the sound of a foot hitting the stone repeatedly, a little bit above you.
Oh, hey guys. I'm almost done. How beat up is this rock, Jamie?
It doesn't look any different from your kicking.
All right.
I want to
wait a-
pick
Oh, go ahead.
Stab up and move him over.
That allows this.
You set him to your side.
Oh, hey, buddy, your hair and your costume is gone. Mold Earth.
He's got the Super Saiyan hair again and a happy face on his chest.
I'm going to try to smash this thing because I got Siege Monster.
Oh shit.
Okay. I guess make an attack roll on it.
Okay, I can do that. Would you like it to be a multi-attack?
If you want to.
Hold
Beat
on
the
a
crap
second.
out of it.
Oh, hold on. I need to read this. This might help you. Oh, my bad. It only works on me. Never mind.
I'm going to slam it.
Okay. That total number. 15. Okay. You slam your fist through the part of it, and it crumbles off like one of the top corners. Like a fourth of it just goes flying against the wall and shatters. It looks like some of the names are still intact on pieces of the stone that have gotten knocked off, but you have taken a chunk of this thing out. If you want, you can keep slamming into it.
I'll use the other half of my multi-attack to slam it again.
Okay,
Why am
same
I rolling
result.
so
You just
badly?
taking chunks of the steel out in front of you. Only half of it remains.
I'm just gonna go all Hulk smash on it now. Just keep doing that to each of these.
All right, you pounding these things into just tiny pebbles?
Mhm.
Is that your plan for all of them?
Yeah.
All right. Everyone, you see Doya just Hulk handing all over these things, just smashing as much as he can. And as soon as he's satisfied with one, he turns his gaze to another and takes his wrath out on the next steel. What are you guys doing during this?
At this point, I would have walked back over here to the bench, and I'm gonna sit back down, and I'm just gonna watch it.
All right.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I would just be sitting back and watching too. Because I don't know. We don't really have any way to chisel any of this stuff. I don't believe.
There's
Not-
nothing I
not
can
to
do
my
here
knowledge.
without expending a tremendous amount of my own energy, and to be quite honest, a good night's sleep is few and far between these days.
One of you had the
That is
ability to
fair.
chisel.
Hmm?
One of you had the ability to chisel.
Who?
He's using Hulk hands instead, though.
Chisel.
Huh.
Yeah, his fist is made of stone. He could just put his finger on it and went, cross it. He's opting the for sure route of smashing anyhow, or instead. You've gone through 3 of these stales in this duration, Doya, completely crushed as you make your way to the last one.
Stab uses the help command, and now he gains advantage on each one.
But you can't really distract the stale, so it
Uh,
won't help. But
work.
he's going till he succeeds. So he starts his magic on the last one and starts crushing it to a pulp until nothing remains of the 4 stales.
Did the blood names come up like last time? Or anything?
Nothing came up. But Hayes, you don't sense any magic anymore, period, coming from the other side of the room, no?
Kind of do like a. I think we got it.
Yeah,
think we got it all.
guys. Good work, team.
I think we're done here.
All right.
Now we just need to travel to the other side of hell, and do what Doya just did to these stones to anything that gets in our way.
Nice. Stab is going to walk to Doya and use mold earth, but instead make like a little chair on him and just sit on the chair so he could just ride him, I guess, to the exit.
You allow that, Doya?
For the moment. Although I am going to grab Stab in one hand,
Uh-oh.
and I'm going to walk up to this relief. And Zario's face, I just want to punch it real hard to see what I do to it.
Okay, you take your hand and you just smash your right fist into that relief, and it caves it in just a little bit.
I'm going to turn towards Stab that I'm holding. See if I get a response.
Stab is clapping. Yay!
Stab is allowed to be set back down now.
A strong friend.
All right, so what are you guys doing?
Being optimistic about the future, and what our next adventure holds.
Just headed towards the exit.
All right, are you guys leaving?
I think we've done what we
I'd
set
like
out
to
to.
leave.
I think it's safe to say we can leave this place.
Where'd our friend go? You thought he would have come in here and said, like, oh, thanks for freeing the souls of all of my dead friends.
We could
But
check his
no.
room real quick before we go. Be like, hey, by the way, click and catch him, see what he's doing. You know what I mean? Be up to stuff.
I don't know if that's wise.
Or we could just knock on the door and say, all right, bye.
I think he said his goodbyes when he left.
Alrighty.
All right, so you guys make
Studied.
your way out of the crypt. That is where we're going to call it for the evening. All right. we got to meet Olanthius, and it got to not be a battle. That would have been a good battle. There are ways to summon him without going in that room, and if y'all didn't have that knowledge about him, then it would have been a little different story. But good work, everybody.
I still feel like we only got about half as far as you wanted us to.
Look, there's no speed y'all have to move at. There is a timer in the background going on, but I'm keeping track of it. If something happens noticeable, you'll know. But you guys, you're moving at your pace.
I didn't know this was a time attack.
I'm not here to rush anybody. Yeah, this isn't Tomb of Annihilation, so.
Well, it's just the big
doomsday clock.
City slowly being pulled into the river Styx over a certain period of time. It's just.
That's fine.
it's
like an
fucked
entire
anyway.
session to get down that chain. It's probably got plenty of time.
We're not here on a preventative mission. We're here for vengeance.
For vengeance?
Yeah. That city's fucked.
Where are you guys planning on going? Or what's your goal now?
I think was it Koschiki?
Koschiki.
Is that the name of the giant we're supposed to set free?
That was the name. Koschki's Mall.
How many giants are we going to set
Koschki's
free
Mall?
in this place?
Actually, yeah, y'all did. Y'all been freeing big people for a while now, huh? Sometimes they want to scrap.
Liberators.
Sometimes they don't.
No, man, square up.
Yeah, that's always the funny. That's the weirdest thing. You freed me from 1,000 years of imprisonment. Fight me.
Square up.
Weird. Fuck you.
Hey man, devils and demons, okay? You don't know with them. They gotta hate something else so much they don't care about scrapping after you help them, okay? So you gotta count on that.
Well, we also were asking for blood, and he just told us to earn it, bitches.
That's true.
That
You
too.
just did.
You did earn it.
Should have asked while we were in the cage, or whatever.
I gotta know, what are the odds that the one sarcophagus I decided to mess with last session ends up having a secret room behind it?
That's what I was thinking.
I thought that was ironic too last session, and we left it at that. I was like, well, maybe it won't. Maybe it won't. I thought for sure y'all weren't going to be able to find that, and y'all weren't going to free those dudes, but you did. Look at that. So,
I was listening.
Stuff and things because of that in the future. Good work there.
Yay, Robbie.
Just have to make sure that you can go through all them stone walls in future dungeons. It might be magic walls next time. Your ass ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean? Walling through my dungeons, no problems.
Hey,
Dude,
it's
that's
part
what,
of the build.
That's what Nathan was doing in Tomb of Annihilation, man, for a while.
That's true. He turned into like gas and just went through all cracks. I remember that. All right. Well,
like,
unless y'all got anything,
Secret rooms.
I'm gonna say bye to everybody. Anyone got any announcements? Anything you want to say?
Nope.
I don't know.
Got nothing.
Okay. In that case, thanks for watching, everybody. This has been a live stream of Descent into Avernus on Twitch. I upload these to YouTube as well. That's Cloak and Stagger live on Twitch. Cloak and Stagger, you guys search for it on YouTube. Just need a few more subscribers, and I can have a real YouTube URL and not a jumble of letters and numbers. So please subscribe to that if you could. I would greatly appreciate it. We do this every Monday night at 7 p.m. Central, and we have the Witch Beyond the Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Yeah, that's what it is.
There it
Every
is.
Wednesday
There it is.
at 8:30 p.m. Central. I think I got to update our little demo screen here too because the times might be off. But yeah, 8:30 p.m. Central on Wednesdays. And
They were in a bubble. He
Yeah,
wants
you-
you to say that.
You were what? Oh, I got a little excited. I was say you watched? That's awesome. And then
Yeah, they were in a bubble.
they were in a bubble and they saw a spooky little
Yeah.
child, spooky little ghoulish looking child with a pig mask. Looked scary.
They did, and they could have saved a dude that went in the mirrors or something.
I can't talk about that. We're still fucking with that.
Oh,
But
sorry.
yeah, check it out. There's cool stuff going on there. Carnival's about to start getting weird, but they're having a lot of fun with it right now. So I haven't uploaded on YouTube yet. I got to design a thumbnail for it. But yeah, check out the VODs. They're up there. Still working on a studio as well in my house. It's in the corner of my house. Y'all can't see it, but I am motioning in the direction of it. There's a whole
It is
bunch
back
of
there. I can confirm. It's back
House
that
tour
way.
right now. Rip that camera off that fucker.
Hayes
Go to
has
that room.
helped put a lot of that stuff in. A lot of the equipment's already up there. We still got some things to do though, so expect it to be ready in a couple months and maybe some live games after that. I'm really hoping.
No, maybe it's happening. We don't put all that work into that room and then not use it.
Hey, that's true. It is gonna happen one way or another. But that is all I've got. So thanks for watching, everybody. Y'all have a good evening.
Good night.
Night.